Iron banana. Oh wait, what? Hey, what's going on? Oh, the finish install. Oh, I did a fresh download of this game. But yeah, hey everybody. I need to be over here. It's Iron banana. Iron banana. Yes. Lord Saladin returns to the tower, challenging Guardians to prove themselves in the Iron Banner tournament. Hooray! Yeah, gain additional Crucible rank points. We would love to see it. Who you gonna call? There's Ghostbusters gear in the Eververse store. We can have a look at that. I do believe it isn't free though. Hmm. Hmm. Indeed, it is. Um. Wait, what? Huh. That does look really cool. Yeah, it does look really cool, but yeah, unlike the Alliance Requisitions bundle that was free, the Ghostbusters pack. Oh, and I'll show you the ghost as well. The the ghostly ghost. Yeah, it's not free. All right. But yeah, we're gonna play I Am Bonana. I need. I'm working towards being an Iron Lord. Um, we've been working on this basically for all of season 23. In fact, yeah, no, specifically just season 23. Season of the Wish. But yeah, I've always wanted, like, as soon as I returned to the game and then actually realized what these titles were all about, I think out of all the titles in the game, the thing that I care the most about, and this will please Lord Shax, is the Crucible and the contest it represents. I mean, basically, I just love Bungie multiplayer, always have, ever since like the Halo days. And I really in particular love their map design and also the feel of their gunplay. Um, and I really feel like they kind of mastered this as soon as Halo 2. Um, Halo 1 was obviously a great foundation. Um, and in my college days, you know, split screen multiplayer on Halo 1, like four-way split screen on a tiny, like, 12-inch TV. You know, we were playing multiplayer FPSs on very tiny screens. I remember that. That was good times. But, like, yeah, if there's something that Bungie really know how to do well, it's good feeling shooting and great map design. I feel, you know, really good map design. So anyway, that's enough me waxing lyrical, I guess. Let's get to the tower and then get on with Iron Banana. Now, while we wait for the loading, we need to go to, oh god, the journey screen, titles, and then over here. I've got 6 out of 7 challenges done, and the final one Win matches. Bada boom. NBA 2K24 is updated. Cool. So we got 64 out of 100. Meaning that we need 36 match wins in the Iron Banner.
The Iron Banner has come whether you seek it or not.
Oh, I seek it. I seek it, sir. Now, with the armor, Iron Remembrance, Fellowship, Remembrance for a Triage, Will, Forerunner. Hold up. Companion, Forerunner, Will, Triage, Fellowship. No. Right. So with this Iron Banner, and the one more to follow for Season 23, we're gonna like work on getting all these rewards on this row. Right? Because I do believe that if I open my collections again, and then I go to armor, right, we've got triage, we got pledge, we got remembrance, we got fellowship, got that, will, forerunner, companion. But let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I do believe I have all of the Legacy Gear sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. So yeah, we have all of the armor sets here. Now I don't know if I have all of the weapons. But looking here, what we could do is we could go sequentially. Everything costs 2 engrams. Oh wait, no, there's some 5s. So when I have, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47, 49, 51. So when we have 51 engrams, we can, I'm probably just going to redeem every single reward here. Oh. Ah. Oh yeah, and we've got the, yeah, we have this set already. All right. And then, okay. So yeah, I think over the course of
Keep growing your
this
light.
Iron Banner, we'll get everything done that we need
To
to.
test your light is to test everything.
Yeah.
Light is something you feed over time, that you grow. There is no windfall. There is no respite. If you arrive hoping you have what it takes, you won't.
Okay. Thanks for that, Shax. Now,
Light is something you feed over time, that you grow. There is no windfall. There is no respite. If you arrive hoping you have what it takes, you won't.
Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
Requests must be directed through central processing. Checking.
Indeed, I'm just checking some stuff. Checking. Checking. Okay. Yeah, no, we're ready. Okay, we need 36 wins. To be an Iron Lord.
Can they really defend the city? They won't like after all this.
Oh, here we go. Control. Let's read about tribute. To win, defeat your opponents, collect their crests, and deposit them in Cabal beacons. Oh,
Heads up, Guardian.
oh, hey, man. So yeah, I was just reading about the different modes. So tribute is basically Gooby's grind, right? The
Yes.
two kind of dog tag banks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer control. And here's the thing. I'm really glad you entered the voice chat now, like just before my first match was about to begin. I was just initially having a spiel and then checking all the rewards. And yeah, because I've definitely got all the armor sets, this Iron Banana and all the engrams from it is going to be about... I might even have some of these weapons already, but I thought like the easiest thing for my brain is to just get enough engrams saved up and then just buy each one like at the same time, like just go across the whole screen and just get one of each once again. And then I know it's in my collections. But yeah, I was thinking Iron Banana Control, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's all right with me.
Here's the thing, perfect timing on coming in, because let's face it, with you being in my fire team, victory is basically almost assured, and your boy only needs 36 more victories in the Crucible to be an Iron Lord. So thanks very much. You're basically going to carry me to Iron Lord. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I have been looking forward to this stream. Oh my god. I'm also looking forward to tonight because I know you're a big fan of Final Fantasy 16. Tonight I'm going to be jumping into Final Fantasy 14 online, and I will go straight to Uldar, where there will be a new NPC waiting for me because my character is at level 50 and has completed the Ultimate Weapon main scenario quest, which is basically the last boss battle of the main Realm Reborn storyline. What's really funny is that even though it'd be like massive like spoiler for you, the thing is, when I did that all the way back in the day, it actually was one of the, you know how I didn't start streaming regularly until the 19th of June 2020, right?
Yeah.
But there were 30 live streams before that. And one of them was me finishing the base game storyline. Like doing that Ultimate Weapon quest and boss fight. And, oh man. It's a journey. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's like a boss. It's more like a Destiny raid. Like you literally go with 15 other players. So imagine a dungeon, like a MMO dungeon with not 4 players like usual. Like it's a 16 player thing. And we're all hammering at this boss. Like,
let a new chapter commence.
It's crazy. Or maybe it was 8, actually. Maybe it wasn't 16. They do have 16 player content, though.
That reminds me of the 12-man raids.
Yeah.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
From a glitch that happened during the Red War, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shit! Hello.
I got first
Got
blood.
me off guard. I wasn't looking.
I legit got first blood. This bodes well.
So far, so good.
Hmm. You know, I didn't, you know, because it was time for my dinner. I didn't actually get a good look at the multiplayer maps coming with Into the Light update. But I'm assuming you saw them. What did you think?
I did, yes. I quite like the look of them.
And to be clear, this is content that's just going to be free. Like, for the first time
Yes.
in literally years, we are getting new maps in our Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been years, right? Like,
I wouldn't.
Lost. The pack is hunting you.
I wouldn't exactly say
strong.
it's been like actual years since we had like new free content, because we have always gotten something to coincide with, you know, seasons, whether that's new weapons coming into loot pools and
okay.
but
Zone C captured.
map wise for the Crucible, no, yeah, I would say that's been
Opponent claimed
a
Zone
while, especially since, as we all know, they did kind of pull a few.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
Wait, they removed maps?
Yeah, during the whole sunsetting, they did pull a few maps from the Crucible and Gambit as well, I should add.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Like, did they pull them because stuff was broken, or just because, like, we ran out of space?
They were old maps, for one, and two, they were all tied to the maps that were being from the destinations that were also being sunset, except maybe a few.
Okay.
There's one map from IO that is still available to play and do all
lost.
your PvPing on, and it's, I think it's a fan favorite for trials. Correct me if I'm wrong. On the fan favorite thing.
I do also have a refresh my memory question to ask her, and that is regarding the hunt scoring system. So when a hunt is going on,
Increase score.
Are kills, like, how much more are kills worth?
Zone B lost.
It's just one more point, right? It's the same as regular control. Like,
it's either 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
Like hunts, if a
so definitely do your best to, like, just survive until it's over, because if you don't, the score will just. And we do have the mercy rule, right? In Iron Banner. So, yeah.
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours. 5 minutes.
I do. I love Iron Banner, man.
I'm slowly flowing back
Zone
in.
B captured.
Also,
Ah, yes. The hunt is on.
okay, yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so it's actually one more point than owning all 3 points.
Yes.
Like in regular.
This is
control.
where coordinating like a team really kicks in.
Yeah. But obviously, unlike control, like you only
Flames
control
have gone
everything
cold.
temporarily. The only way to stop a power play
Opponent claims zone
is to
C.
go and take one, but at least they're not locked to
Zone A
you, so that
captured.
you're
Yeah.
able to do so. In Iron Banner, it's like controlling everything is even more valuable, but you're forced to lose it, which I think it's an interesting twist.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage.
I
is
like
yours.
the Iron Banner version of Control has a slightly different rule set.
Yeah, it's a neat little gimmick.
Yeah.
Zone A lost.
But as I was saying at the top of the stream before you arrived, the thing that I really love about Bungie is that how good
You
their
captured zone
gunplay
C.
feels,
2 zones are
and
yours.
also their
Zone
map
B
design.
lost.
Like I think that's something they really nail, and I think the aesthetics, like, you know, the Tiger engine, if indeed they still call it that and use it, like,
Yeah.
I think it creates beautiful, clean, easy to read visuals, you know.
I have always been a fan of the Tiger Vision.
3 minutes.
Tiger Vision?
left.
Tiger Vision.
Yes.
Rawr. Tiger engine, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's
Zone A
always
captured. You have the
it
advantage.
has
Press on.
that Bungie flair.
Zone C
Yeah.
lost.
And to be fair, like, was it literally, has it existed since Halo 1, or did they make
I
it
think.
before that? Yeah, okay.
I'm not. If I'm not mistaken,
Naughty
it
Dog,
is-
they don't have like a special name for their engine. Like, it's just the Naughty Dog engine. But like
Yeah.
every game they make, like, it is always the same engine. And if they're making a different kind of game where they need like new features that aren't in there, they'll just build on top and get it added in.
Yeah.
So they always customize the engine based on what they're making. But yeah,
Sorry,
it's-
Starscream.
it's like when Naughty Dog made the original Last of Us, they actually wanted the whole if you play through the original Last of Us and not the Left Behind DLC, like if you play
It's
Left
almost
Behind
over.
after the
Don't
fact,
let
like
them have it
they
easy.
recommend to you, you'll notice something as you play the regular base game of Last of Us. And that
Zone B
is,
captured.
you
Zone
never
advantage
have
is
the
yours.
infected enemies and human enemies in the
In
same
the
combat
same spot.
encounter. This is a feature that they wanted to have, but due to like deadlines and, you know, technical limitations at the time, like they just couldn't get that working. So they're like, okay, you're either
1
gonna
minute
have
remains.
human survivors or infected to deal with. But the thing is, they were able to get the feature
Zone A
in
captured.
for
Zone advantage is yours.
in time for like the Left Behind DLC. And I think it's really cool because if you have a bunch of like human enemies like searching for you, but all of a sudden you hear a clicker, you throw a bottle towards one of your you throw a bottle towards one of your human enemies, and then boom, you just let the
Be
clicker go to
vigilant.
work.
Make your next
And it
opponent
made me
pay
seem
for his
really
defeat.
evil, but when you consider how brutal, like, especially on harder difficulties, that game can be, I thought I was actually being smart. Like,
Sometimes it's better to kind of instead of wasting ammo and
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I knew that no matter what, like by the time, you know, the wheat was sorted from the chaff, I knew I'd have to fight some infected at the end, right? But
yeah.
when you consider that I hadn't used any ammo, and all of a sudden there's like less than half the number of enemies to deal with, I'm like, yeah, this is just the way to do this. I'm getting 4.5 times increased crucible rank, which is good because that's also going to be getting me the engrams.
Yep.
Oh, but yeah, but the challenges. Oh, yeah, I remember. You have to go to the director and then mouse over.
I like how the first game on, I immediately get the reprised weapon.
Oh my god. Hang on a minute. It wants me to play as in Stasis, Solo, or Strand. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Why have I never noticed that? I have never noticed that. Oh my god. Okay, so... You're gonna laugh at me. Wow.
Are you just now noticing that whichever subclass you pick up, it takes the one you just selected's place?
No. Something even more kind of like sillier and subtle than that. Okay. So... How do I want this laid out? I almost want to know what the default order was, but yeah, I guess there kind of isn't one. But no, I just noticed the different background color between having a subclass aligned with the side of light to one aligned with darkness.
Ah,
Yeah.
Iron
Yeah.
Banner.
yeah. This is also another map. This map right here that we've just entered is also a map from a sunset location that you just can't go to anymore.
Aw. The frickin' witness and all his trickery, hiding planets
So-
and shit. We'll put an end to it. Oh my god, I've just realized something.
Hmm?
What if
Weapons will find their mark. Unleash them.
Final Shape comes out? Spoiler alert, we probably defeat the witness.
Zone
At
C
which
captured.
point-
Opponent claims Zone A.
Everything that was taken from us reappears.
Opponent
What
claims
if
Zone B.
behind the scenes, all of the content that got yeeted, maybe
Zone
they're
C
building
lost.
it.
The wolf's howl may be the
Maybe
last
it's
thing
waiting
we
in the
hear.
wings, but they want to wait until a story reason to bring it all back. I'm getting my hopes up too much here, but just think how awesome that would be. You know, because like Mars vanished and like
Yeah.
Titan vanished, and like so long as the witness lives and breathes, stuff's gonna be funky.
Another hunt will come soon.
But what if, as soon as he falls, or
You
it
captured Zone
falls,
B.
or whatever it
Opponent claims
is,
Zone A.
everything
You have
goes
the
back to
advantage.
the way
Press
that
on.
it should
Zone
be.
C captured.
Maybe I'm just hoping for too much, but
We
man,
have a Decepticon on our team now.
oh what now?
We have a Decepticon on our team. You know,
What?
Starscream.
Oh, okay.
Zone C lost.
I still don't get it. I'm very uncultured. Like, what do you mean?
You don't know Transformers?
Oh, okay. No, I have seen it.
Zone A
But dude,
captured.
we're
2 zones
talking
are
decades
yours.
ago, and
Yeah, 1986. Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm an 88 kid, and I haven't watched it recently, alright? But that's cool. Also,
feel like you'd be kinda
I'm
glad.
so sorry to everyone that likes to play Tekken with me. I might be an Eddie main now. Meanwhile, all my friends that are Eddie mains,
I got flashbang.
they're a bit, their
Two
feelings are
zones are
mixed
yours.
because essentially, Eddie is like, they've changed so much about him that everyone that's like say that, oh yeah, I play Eddie, even though like it's the same person and you know
Zone
character
B
same
lost.
name, essentially they're learning an all new character.
So sad.
2 zones are
Um,
yours.
and it's not like, but the thing is, it's not new
Zone
in the
C
same
lost.
sense as like going from Tekken 3 Jin to Tekken 4, where even in the plot, Jin decided that he hated everything about his family, and so he
Aside World
unlearned.
War 3.
You
No,
captured
that
Zone
was
C.
later in
Apparently.
Tekken
Zone
6.
advantage is yours.
But no,
Oh.
in Tekken 4, um, yeah, he decided he hated everything about the Mishimas, including the Mishima fighting style. So he literally unlearns it and learns traditional
Zone
karate
C
instead.
lost.
But obviously, then everybody that liked playing Jin the way he was in Tekken 3, they kind of cried about that, right? Which is why in Tekken 5, that's why Devil Jin was introduced.
Cut their momentum.
Because the
Keep
thing about
pushing.
Devil Jin is even if Jin didn't want to fight in Mishima style anymore, his Devil Jin within him has basically meant that like he never actually forgot
Zone
the
B
style.
captured.
And
You
whenever
have
he
the advantage.
like
Press
you
on.
know gets angry, loses control, and basically Hulk smash mode, that you know just turns into Devil Jin. All of a sudden, the way Devil Jin fights, it's exactly the way that Jin used to. Like, and if you haven't played through the story of Tekken 8, I'm not really going to spoil
Zone
it
C
here,
captured.
but
Zone advantage is
it
yours.
centers around Jin a lot, and I would say that in some ways it's a bit of a spiritual journey for Jin. And I actually think that the way that they did it was really, really cool.
Zone C lost. Zone A lost.
He
You're
quite
being
literally
hunted.
faces his
Don't
inner
let your
demons.
guard down.
So there you go. But yeah, going back to Eddie, I really like how he plays. And I can see, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that Yax and CP, especially because I'll be playing other games on stream this week, I will not be able to get away with the stuff that I got away with yesterday. And don't get me wrong, I took some L's. But let me put it to you this way.
Zone C.
Day 1 Eddie was so good
Zone
that
A
even
captured.
as somebody that didn't like play Eddie in like Tekken 7, even though he was in the game, or like, you know, all the games that he's sort of been in, I've never played him as a main character. But yeah, even Eddie in my hands on day 1 could beat both CP,
Zone A
like
lost.
CP's
The
thing,
hunt is on.
and Yax's
If
Yoshi.
this is your end,
Like,
fight
yeah.
well.
So, yeah, all of a sudden these two friends that are basically like final bosses, yeah, they weren't as scary anymore.
Could have gone
And the
better.
reason is because Eddie is scary. But yeah, it only took about
The
45
world faced
minutes into
myriad
last
hardships
night's
in the Dark
stream
Age. Defeat was a constant.
for Yax to
You can
kind of
overcome
crack
it
the
too.
code. And he's like, okay, I know how to beat you now. 45 minutes and the anti Eddie strat was formed. I wish my brain worked as fast as Yax on Tekken because goddamn, you know? And as usual, last on the team. I'm so sorry.
It could be worse.
Eddie is ridiculous though, like ridiculously good. You can do 85 damage or something like that, 82 damage maybe, off of one button, and that is 3. I can just keep pressing 3 and cool stuff happens. This was not possible with Tekken 7 Eddie. Like if you just press 3, you'll just get the same kick over and over. But in
This
Tekken
sounds
8,
like old-fashioned Mortal Kombat where you just keep pressing the same button. You're gonna get random things happening.
that's the thing. It's not random. What it is like, it's really interesting how they've built him. So when you press like 3 a couple of times, and by the way, on a PlayStation pad, I'm referring to the X button. On an Xbox pad, I'm referring to A. When you press it a couple of times, he will literally do his string that is 3-3, right? He's got something in his move list that is 3-3. But what happens at the end of that string is he has an animation where he goes into negativa stance. Oh, sorry, handstand stance. Right? Automatically, without you having to do the input. Because you can do an input to go into handstand manually, right? But the end of 3-3 just puts him in it. And guess what? Pressing 3-3 while in handstand does something else, but does something different. And that different thing, guess what happens at the end of it? He goes into another stance called negativa. And again, you can manually go into negativa as well, but because at the end of 3-3 from handstand, you're in it automatically, you don't have to press the input. And then guess what? When you're in negativa, pressing 3-3 does something else. So it's just that it's not that like they deliberately kind of like, oh, let's just give him a combo where you press 3 9 times. It's kind of like a domino effect where they have him go automatically in a stance just for a brief second. If I didn't press a button, he'll automatically leave that stance and then go back to his regular one, right? But it's all about the timing of which you press the button again. And yeah, I thought it was super cool. Now, the combo that you get, I can already tell you after playing a bunch of other Eddies online yesterday, it's not his best stuff. It's not his highest damage. But is it the easiest thing that he that he has to do? Abso-freaking-lutely. And I think they did this deliberately because they want anybody to be able to pick up this character and have a good time. And you know what? I quite like that design. Put it this way. I felt like I was using special style without using special style. That's what it felt like.
Interesting.
But yeah. Yeah, because you can literally... I mean, I think he's such a cool character. And then I was telling you... Oh, it was off stream, wasn't it? I was telling you about the fact that he's a little bit like Manon in Street Fighter 6. Manon has a medal icon that builds up every time you successfully land a few of her throws. And then every time she gets another medal, I believe her maximum is 3, the throws just get more and more powerful. And it stays... with Manon's case, does it stay till the end of the round, or does it stay for the whole match? I think it stays for till the end of the round, right? Because,
if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the same with Eddie as well. He's got like a little instrument that he can play, and he'll do that at the end of 2 of his strings, down back 4-4, and also negativa 3-3. So you go into negativa stance and then press that 3-3.
Iron Banner.
And then once you have it, there are 2 handstand moves that basically, well, the first time you get the buff thing, you unlock 2 more moves out of handstand. And then if you do the whole play the instrument a second time,
wolves
you
and
enhance
Iron
those
Lords, to
moves,
battle.
basically.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so cool, man. I think in addition to lore, Eddie's now added to the repertoire. But I do think it is actually healthy
Opponent claimed Zone C.
to play more than one character in Tekken. Not just because tag games have existed and you never know may exist again in the future. So having a tag team is a good idea.
Opponent claimed Zone
But let's
B.
say you're playing somebody and they've completely sussed out and shut down your original main. You need to have a strong character that's different to go as like a, oh, this is my plan B against you. You know, this is my plan B. And of course, later this month, the Tekken World Tour actually starts. And in typical fashion, just to keep me on my toes, there's been some rule changes for Tekken 8.
Dead. All right.
Yeah. Do you remember how I was saying that, like, if you're playing a first to two in a competition and you lose the first match, the loser has a choice. They can either, in Tekken 7, change character, or they can keep the character they had that they lost with, but choose a specific stage. For Tekken 8's rules, that is gone. They have to always select random stage, whether they've lost or not. So it's literally like, I think if the player loses the match, they can still change their character if they want. They don't have to. Whereas the player that won the match, they are forced to play with the character that they won with again. That's probably not gonna change. I haven't actually read like the rule book on the Tekken World Tour, but I did hear that the whole thing about being able to choose a specific stage, that is gone. And I'm glad, because essentially what would happen what would happen in professional Tekken 7, right?
Zone B lost.
Is pro player loses first match. Pro player selects Howard Estate because that's where you can get the highest combo damage because of multiple wall breaks, right? Now, Secluded Training Ground in Tekken 8 also has multiple wall breaks, but basically what Namco want is like, oh, if you're gonna fight on Secluded Training Ground, it's because you got lucky on the random select. They don't want it to be because you chose it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There were 2 stages in Tekken 7 that were selected more than any other. Howard Estate and Infinite Azure. Howard Estate for its multiple walls, Infinite Azure for the fact it has none. Like...
And now there's like 2 maps.
Well, no, now...
in
Every single stage has walls in Tekken 8, but the thing is, on average, the stages are larger.
What I'm saying is, like, now there's like 2 maps in Tekken 8 where you're not
Zone
really
C
going to
captured.
meet
2
the
zones
wall.
are yours.
Yeah, the Yakushima Gardens
Zone A
thing
lost.
and the arena.
Yeah.
It can happen and has happened.
But
But I
it's not
think,
that
but
often because
I
the map's
actually
being
think
big.
the main reason for the rule change though is, in addition to like the Secluded Training Grounds multiple walls thing, it's the fact that Tekken
Zone
8 is
B
more like
lost.
Dead or Alive than ever before, and that now we have more stage hazards that extend combos, whether it be so I'm not just talking about the balcony breaks and the floor breaks that have been in, you know, many stages since Tekken 6. I'm talking about the explosive walls in the underground arena, or the
Zone C lost. The hunt is on.
is it Twilight Conflict stage or something? You know, basically there's a war going on. There's a helicopter.
5 minutes
You've got
away.
explosive canisters that you
Yeah.
can knock people into. And then the other one was Into the Stratosphere, right? The space stage where the floor can basically be lava and then bounce you back up again.
That shut them down.
I think that's why the ability for a player, a losing player, to select
Return
the
to the
stage.
fight.
I think that's why they've changed the rule. And
Yeah.
I do think it is a good rule change because
Opponent
with Tekken
claims
7,
Zone
like I
B,
said,
Zone A captured.
in like grand finals of Tekken 7, more often than not, the
Opponent
match
claims
just took
Zone C.
place on either Harrod Estate at some point or Infinite Azure, and it kind of got a bit boring to only see those stages. You'd see a lot of Fallen Temple as well, wait, or is it Secluded
Zone B
Temple?
captured.
Either way, the
Zone
one that
B
had
yours.
multiple floor breaks, right? I used to jokingly call it King's Dojo because certain throws broke the floor and therefore extended his combo. Like yeah, that temple stage in Tekken 7, that's King's Dojo. Like
Sorry,
Yax even, I think Yax was even able to do a combo with King that did multiple floor breaks in the same combo, which is just like, fuck. I don't miss that stage. Also, yeah, the Tekken Pass is real. It does work like
Zone
Street
B
Fighter
lost.
6's. There are completely free rewards, so even without you paying for the
minutes
Tekken
left.
Fight Pass, which lasts for 60 days, costs £8. But yeah, even with the free one, you are getting more character customization stuff, which I know is stuff you'd like, right? If you do decide to pay for it even once, right? So long as you play enough Tekken to complete it in the 60 days, you will get the entire cost of the Fight Pass in Tekken coins back. So it costs 600 Fight coins to actually buy the pass. But if you fully complete it, you'll automatically get like 600 Fight coins back. So my intention is to buy it
Zone
once
B
and then
captured. You
always
have
be
the
fully
advantage.
completing
Press
it.
on.
Because then every future Fight Pass with more customization parts will be free. And I actually think that, to be honest, you are the exact kind of player that Namco are squarely targeting with this Tekken Fight Pass. What do you enjoy doing the most in Tekken 8?
Customization.
And the only way to get even more stuff to customize with on a regular basis, I'm sorry to say, but it is via the Fight Pass. The reason why there wasn't many clothes and jackets on Tekken 8 at launch is because they've put the customizations in this Fight Pass.
They want to monetize the good looks.
Yes, they do. And to the point where, like, I think they should change Prim's dialogue in, like, Arcade Quest. And she should be like, oh,
Zone B
I love
lost.
paying
They've
£8 a
almost
month
taken
to
this
get,
one.
like, more,
Make
like,
the
outfits and
amends.
stuff for my
1
character.
minute remains.
Rather than what she actually says, where she's like, you know, character customization is just as much a part of player expression as the character themselves, which, you know, is very true. So there are a lot of like legacy Tekken fans that, you know, they're actually kind of hurt by the Tekken Fight Pass.
Yeah.
You know, I've read,
30 seconds.
you know, tweets of friends that say like Tekken 8 is the first game where they feel like they got scammed. What that
Oh,
says
that
to
was
me is a couple of things.
Learn from
They
this
don't play
defeat.
many other games other than Tekken, because let me tell you, I've felt scammed by many games. right?
I face
But
worse defeats.
when Tekken
but
is
both
your
still
game,
standing.
and then, you know, game launches without all this Battle Pass and Tekken Shop stuff, but they add it in after the fact. I do understand where my friends are coming from.
Yeah.
The thing is, I love the game, and I'm already playing it a megaton, right? I'm like 187 hours in at this point. Kid you not. And that's of actual playtime. Not just sat on the menu. I'm gonna play enough even without really trying, and I will end up maxing that battle pass. At which point, much like you did with Battlefield, if you've fully done it, it's worth paying for, right? Because then you'll get
You
all
might
the
as
premium.
well.
Yeah, and especially with the fact that it's gonna give you enough Tekken coins to get the next fight pass for free anyway. Then that's even, yeah. But you know what? I think, like, because we were talking about it, right? This is how you keep the casuals playing the game. Because traditionally, what would happen with Tekken is like, you know, casual buys game. Casual gets bodied by the players that are good and that live on the game all the time. Casual gets frustrated. Casual leaves forever. But what do casuals love to do? Customize their character and create wacky customizations. I think, like, from a business point of view, it is a bit of a cheeky masterstroke to put the cosmetics in the battle pass, and then obviously because the casuals aren't gonna play enough Tekken to complete it fully, they're the ones that are gonna keep paying because, like, oh, it's only $7.99 and it lasts for 2 months as well. Yeah, like, they're
I
just
think I'd
gonna keep
rather
buying.
spend like 1,000, 2,000, maybe, PlayStation stars points to get like a
Okay, to get the
gift
voucher, yeah,
card. Yeah,
yeah,
'cause it's just you're not
fair,
exactly spending anything.
sure, yeah. That might even be how I do it.
Iron Banner.
But basically, I just, you know,
Same thing with the Xbox.
I don't buy up the PlayStation store, like, you know, just like, you know, I can't afford it. Like, I'm saving for a
Yeah.
MacBook, but, like, you know, there are certain games that I know when they're coming out, and I will be pre-ordering. Looking at you, Final Shape. Looking at you, Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. Looking at you,
Your weapons will find
Sea of
their mark.
Thieves,
Unleash
right?
them.
Like, they're things I'm getting soon. Like, all things I'm getting soon. And once they're paid for, like you say, I'm on PlayStation. That'll get me a bunch more PlayStation
Captured Zone
Stars
C.
points.
Opponent claims
Maybe
Zone A.
enough to redeem a £5 PSN voucher just to make whatever else I want to pay for next that little bit cheaper, right? A defeated Master Chief!
You captured
Oh,
Zone B.
man.
2 zones are yours.
Something I kind of noticed in our previous game, Master Chief is a little bit on the laggy side, so keep in mind some of your hits won't register on that player.
Oh, man. And I still defeated Master Chief. Where's your Cortana now?
Zone B lost.
Master
that-
Chief, you mind to tell me why you're lagging?
You literally sounded like the Halo 2, like, yeah. The guy that gave him the Mark 6.
I'm never going to be able. I'm never going to be able to mimic Ron Perlman, like, ever.
Damn. That almost sounds like a state. Like, is his surname really Perlman? Like, wow.
Yes, his name is literally Ron Perlman. He is the same guy behind the now famous line War never changes.
Oh my god, it's him!
Yes. He is also one of the primary
Zone B
characters
captured.
in a
You have
Black
the
Ops 3
advantage.
Zombies
Press on.
map.
Meanwhile, Hideo Kojima's take, right? War has changed. And of course, I'm quoting Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot. And believe me, Snake was right. The stuff that happens in that opening scene, like, yeah, war definitely changed. And I actually do think, like, I mean, this is a really dark subject. We'll skim over this. But, like, yeah, not that I'm clued up on stuff because they don't want us to know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure war genuinely has changed. Because of cyber warfare, right? Like, yeah,
It always does.
yeah,
There's always a war on two fronts now.
yeah, yeah,
One physically and one digitally.
yeah. But I think what Fallout is always going on about is that, like, they're talking about different things.
Yeah.
Kojima and you know, by extension, the character Solid Snake, he's talking like literally the way that wars are fought has changed. What Fallout is talking about in its line is that it's not so much that war never changes, it's that people never change. Right? People still get angry over petty stuff and then it leads to conflict. I think that's more what Fallout's trying to kind of...
There will also always be people trying to start wars over resources.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Find
Like,
your prey
or-
and end them.
always the littler things,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
never.
Well, I mean, resources is a big thing, but yeah, I still, like, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
This is why I think, you know, there's some things about the world that should change, but you know, that's a political stance that
Yeah, no, I mean, this
we're
is
not
why...
gonna hit for the next 200, 300 years.
Another hunt will
Well,
come
I mean,
soon.
but this is also why, let's, you know, looping it all the way around. This is why I want this to be one of the nicest and most
Captured
wholesome
Zone
places
A.
to chill on the internet.
Opponent claimed zone C.
So that regardless of what craziness might be going on in the world, we can hang out here and have a good
Zone B
time.
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
And yeah, thank you to the 4 lurkers, like, listening to our
Zone B
rambling.
lost.
And again, I
We are
apologize
here
for talking
ship
so...
posting,
tactics so far.
sunshines and rainbows.
Sure.
Ship posting is literally just throwing memes for the sake of having fun, and you know, let's be honest, everybody loves to have a laugh.
Yeah,
Throwing memes.
Yeah. As long as you're not hurting anybody.
Why is that person's name rank 65 Infant Liquidator?
I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, you've said many times about Bungie names. I'm forever going to be at the bottom of this leaderboard, by the way.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. And I'll say it as many times afterwards. Destiny 2 players are like another breed of very interesting people who
Zone B
can come up
captured.
with
You
the
have the
weirdest
advantage. Press
goddamn
on.
names.
Your Tekken was standard version, wasn't it? Because at the time
Yes.
you weren't even sure. Yeah, that's fine. You know what I think, man? You know what I think?
What?
Come round and try Eddie at my house at some point, right? If you like him, you know, and if you end up liking him, I would almost
Zone A
consider
lost.
And this is how much I missed fighting you last night. I'd almost consider getting
2
like the
zones are
deluxe
yours.
on PlayStation rather than the
Zone B
pass
lost.
on
3 minutes remain.
Xbox.
Pressure and you have them.
I think you see where I'm going here, right?
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like your Xbox ain't your own anymore, man.
Soviet Russia, we do not share. We do not use Xbox alone. We share the Xbox.
Okay, I don't know what kind of thing you're referring to there, but... Oh yeah, somebody just got killed by Liquidator.
Thief! Stop lagging, please. Dear God.
But yeah, sorry about all the random like Tekken 8 chat. Yeah, I had a good time with Eddie yesterday. I was surprised. And you don't need any more proof of the fact that Eddie Gordo plays different than
Zone B
all of a
captured.
sudden I'm
Zone
thinking I
advantage is
might play him,
yours.
right? Because I did try Eddie before. I was like, nah, not a
Why
character
am
for
I so
me.
bad with grenades, man?
Don't let up till it's over.
But like, yeah, he definitely has changed.
Zone B lost.
I'm never gonna get good with
Dude,
grenades.
stasis. You know what,
Zone
stasis? I
advantage
mean,
is
I
yours.
haven't
Zone
tried
B
Strand
captured.
yet, so things are subject to change.
Yeah, well, we
Well
have
fought.
Stasis
Well,
plenty of
might be
time to
my
play.
favorite subclass.
Next to Arc.
Lord Shaxx.
Yeah, like the super is so cool, man.
Oh. Hey, would you look at that?
Dundee!
The cleanse level 2.
Oh, so the bot's being funky? I mean, it happens sometimes, man. Yeah, they might be having maintenance or something.
Perhaps.
But yeah, I apologize straight up. I might be an Eddie main, or he's definitely like, in the selection. I had a blast with him yesterday, and he's super easy to use. So you're gonna hate me. Listen. Everyone hated me yesterday. Next week you no longer live here. That's cool, man. Which also does mean that the Origami 2 playthrough is getting ever and ever closer. Basically, Alpha, like, gonna let Dondi take point on this one and basically get in touch with me, like, when it works for him. And then what I was thinking, so that you don't get burnt out and so that I can still keep working through stuff, although I know you love the game, I'm also thinking about the fact that Alpha likes to do other stuff. I was thinking, when we do it, could we consistently decide on an evening where we do it once a week where all three of us can be in? Because I think this is a playthrough that Alpha wanted to play as well. You've never hated Eddie, but you might hate me playing him. Is what I mean. Because
From
he's
what
different.
I saw
He's
yesterday,
different.
he's already found a forward 3.
Oh, he has a forward 3, but it's different. Like, yeah, it's a low. You have a really active light. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, all I was really saying is that rather than, because initially I was like, okay, Dondi loves like Origami 2. You might want to play it every night. Nah, I think it would work better for the three of us if we do less than that. I.e., on a specific night, like once a week. And I don't mind if it all moves around, but yeah. Oh, so the whole
Iron
specific
Banner.
can change. Yeah. I just think it would be easier to do that rather than like, because the thing is, it took us a long time to play the first game, and yeah, if possible, I don't want as long a gap between streams, if possible, because I basically almost forgot what was happening.
Use everything in your power. Fight and prevail.
Oh, we're here. We are here.
Indeed.
You captured
Anyway,
Zone
we'll
C.
work it all out, man. It's all good. Like, yeah. I'm looking forward to doing it, finally.
Claimed Zone A.
But it's my fault that it's taken so long. We've been waiting a long time.
Opponent claimed Zone B.
Oh, Chief.
Oh, I remember. I remember. I'm glad I stuck to my guns, and I'm glad I got to play through it
Zone
with
B
you.
captured.
I
Have the
did
advantage.
actually
Press on.
enjoy the playthrough, and I'm sorry that you didn't as much. But that's the nature of sequels. That's in a way
Zone
why I
C
don't like
lost.
playing the second game before the first a lot of times. Like under any circumstance. Because I really wanted the full experience. Plus, you have to remember at the time, like Origami 2 cost money. Origami 1 was included in my PS Plus membership because it was in the catalog. So I was like, yeah, let's play the first one.
You captured Zone A.
And I
You have
apologize,
the
but yeah, no,
advantage.
I'm
Press on.
glad that we
Zone
did that.
B
I
lost.
genuinely am. It had some great moments in it. Yeah, no. And I've never gone back and probably never will.
Having a chat with Origami 1 then.
Well, it's just like there are certain games once you've played them, you've played them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am so looking forward to that kind of commentary, man. I really am. Because basically playing through Origami 1, Dundee was like, yeah, but in Origami 2, it works like this. I'm like...
This is kind of why when I bounce from Destiny 1, well, Destiny 2 to Destiny 1, it's like, fuck, how do you play this again? Because the
Yeah.
systems are so intricately different,
Yep.
and it's like,
I remember the
Oh, dear
whole... What do they even
Zone
call
advantage is yours.
the ability on hold circle? Like, it has a name.
each class has
Zone
a
lost.
class ability, and
so
it
that's
is
just what it-
usually mapped to the crouch button.
Zone advantage
Yeah.
is yours.
Yeah, so...
Zone C lost.
Yeah, Destiny 1 doesn't have class abilities. You know?
No. There was like an early version of class abilities in Destiny 1 with Taken King introducing a hunter dodge when they gave hunters void.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, there was
I'm calling it.
nothing.
Zone B lost. The flames are lit, and you are the
I
prey.
feel like I'm the reason why we're going on an L streak.
Hard fought, but no victory today.
And that doesn't help me because I
I-
need like over 30 W's to get Iron Lord title. Come on.
Stand proud, even in defeat.
I wish I could go
Andy
back
doing like my
and
thing, doesn't he?
really enjoy Destiny 1. But unfortunately, I can't do that
What do you mean you can't do that?
because I'm so enticed with the systems of Destiny 2. Playing Destiny 1 is extremely difficult.
I think it because I've been tempted to go through the original game again,
And
and
what's
if
worse
I ever
is
do, I'll do it with you.
nobody really plays Destiny 1 anymore.
All the more reason why,
Like,
if you wanted to do it, we could do
why
it.
why go
To
Destiny 1, pay $40 up front when there is a whole free to play right here?
yeah, no, fair. But like, you know, for people that like, because again, um, I know you do have it, right? So
Yeah, I have Destiny 1 on my Xbox. I have both
right,
the 360 version
I
and the
will, I
Xbox
will,
One version.
I will say that the PS4 version, it will go on like a dirt cheap set. You know how they have the Destiny 1 the collection?
Yeah,
That will go dirt cheap sale at some point. And
I mean,
obviously,
as of right now, what's weird is uh, good old Destiny 2 right now.
mm,
Like last week, like it was either last week or 2 weeks ago.
mm.
Destiny 2 went on a dirt cheap sale,
Oh
right?
yeah.
It's already in yet another dirt cheap sale that goes on up until the 10th.
That's really cool. So like if you don't have any of the expansions, you can do what I did and basically get them at half price. The final shape will
Not
be the
not
first
even just half price. I mean, like it's going for like some of the editions are going for like £6, with Lightfall going on for 13.
Oh man.
I
Well,
mean, dirt cheap.
okay. That's pretty damn cool. Okay. Wow, all right. Well, you heard it here first, guys.
This is currently for PlayStation, by
Oh,
the
oh,
way. I
Dondi, I'm
haven't
glad you're here,
seen.
actually. Yes, Onyx has a lot to say. I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 tonight at 8 p.m. your time. No worries if you're busy, because like the main thing I'm going to be doing is the Final Fantasy 16 crossover event stuff, right? But if you happen to be free for just a couple of minutes at any point, could we do the Susano trial? With me, you, and a couple of randoms. Yeah, you got the event yesterday. Okay, yeah. We can? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do tonight then is I will go live at 7 or as soon as I'm done with my dinner. I'll head into my Discord stream voice chat channel. Rather than like chase you, like I'll be live for 3 hours.
You captured Zone B.
And I will
2
just sit
zones
in
are
my
yours.
stream voice chat Discord channel and then just jump in while I'm live. And then, yeah. Obviously, if you're able to be there from the start, great. We can do Susano at the start.
Oh my goodness, that was a
But,
bad
yeah.
idea. I just went down a sniper lane and had my head taken
Hunt is
off.
on.
Where's your head at? That is a song where Basement Jaxx sampled a Gary Newman track for the music.
Another hunt will come soon. Opponent claimed Zone A. Zone B captured.
Cool, yeah. So it's going to be at 8 p.m. Denmark is when I'm doing this, Dondi. It won't be before then. But yeah.
I was just killed by a Pringles Punisher.
Oh, whoa, what? Let me at him. Let me at him.
There he is, right in front of you.
Got him.
He got disintegrated.
Damn right he did.
I kind of threw my knife fan at him, and
What,
yeah.
Are you katana?
No, I have a melee where I
Zone
throw
C
3
lost.
knives instead of 1, and they are all incendiary.
Ooh. Have you
What
ever
upsets
have
me
you
is
ever killed 3 enemies, like all in a line?
PvE wise, yes.
Oh, I bet that
Zone
is
A
so
captured. Zone
satisfying.
advantage is
It
yours.
is, trust me. What upsets me is Red War era, more specifically Forsaken era Red War,
Yeah.
when the melee first came out. This is before they did the Super 3.0, so everything looked hella weird. But back during that era, instead of
Zone A
it being
lost.
like just the knives are incendiary, I would
Zone
also
C captured.
get
You
like
have the advantage. Press
a
on.
speed boost with my melee, and it would also accommodate for critical hits as well. So I think
Okay.
it only counts for critical hits now instead of it being
I
applied
should've-
to.
Zone
yeah.
B lost.
What was I killed with? I was killed with I have no idea.
You were killed by fuck.
I just thought the gun was really good. Might have been Jade Rabbit. Hey Dondi, do you like wave-based survival stuff? Well, no,
Captured
correction.
zone B.
Okay,
2
Gears of
zones
War.
are
Do you like
yours.
Horde mode? Because
Zone
essentially,
C lost.
via a free update soon, Destiny 2 is getting a Horde mode, and I think that's actually pretty damn cool.
If you like
they-
Halo's
Zone C.
firefight,
Zone advantage
Oh, like
is
Halo's
yours.
firefight
Zone
mode,
B
okay.
lost.
but it's also taking a page out of
5 minutes left. Sound
Call of
tactics so
Duty
far.
Zombies as
All right.
well.
Okay.
With
You're on about hang on. Are you on about MWZ or are you on about the traditional Treyarch?
traditional,
Oh.
not
Okay, go on.
not the Frankenstein's monster. I do mean genuine.
Okay, so what's the page? I'm curious. Oh, you've not played. Okay,
Not played
so
enough. Okay, no worries, no worries.
so firefight. Give us a break. Is it like Gears of War Horde mode then? Because essentially, like that's essentially what's coming to Destiny 2. I'm excited.
Halo's firefight is pretty basic by the books.
Okay.
Like
How's it work?
there are 5 waves in like 3 sets.
And these are PvE enemies, right? 5 waves
Yes.
of enemies.
These are exclusively PvE enemies.
Yeah.
You will never come into contact with hostile players.
Yeah. So you work together with
Unless
players
you
to
are
defeat
playing-
waves of enemies.
There was like
Zone
this
A
one
captured. 2 zones are
variant
yours.
of firefight where you could actually go on to the opposing team to support the AI, but that wasn't like it was supposed to be a neat little twist to Firefight, but nobody really played it, so whenever it took off the ground, that's a sniper. Ow.
All right. Taking you off your tangent though a little bit. Can you just explain Firefight? Like,
Yeah.
so
Anyway.
wave-based
Keep the pressure
PvE.
and you have
All
it.
right. Anything else to know?
There were 3 sets, though they were mainly called rounds. The set being the entire game.
Oh, okay. So each game was the 5 waves, right?
There were 5 rounds in... Well, 5 waves in
hunt is
3
on.
rounds.
If this is your
Okay.
end,
And
fight
as
well.
you went up in the rounds, they would start adding skulls.
Okay. And then you pick those up,
And
right? And it
these
modifies the game?
Modify the rounds by just ever so slightly.
Okay.
Like, round 1 would just be
Another hunt
all
will come
basic,
soon.
like
Yeah.
all the goofy skulls on first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Round 2 would be like famine,
You captured
not
Zone
famine.
C.
Would be like
Opponent claims
cloud,
Zone A.
mythic.
They've almost taken this one.
Right,
Make
but
them
because again, he hasn't
Zone
played
B
much Halo,
captured.
you need to
Zone
explain
advantage
what
is
some of these
yours.
things actually
Which,
do, gameplay-wise.
Cloud would remove radar.
Okay,
And
right, thank you.
Mythic double, and Mythic would increase enemy rank, which increasing the enemy rank would just increase
Yeah,
enemy shields and armor and health.
yeah. I don't mean to be annoying, but yeah, like we need layman's terms because he hasn't played the
Yeah.
game.
You captured Zone A. Zone
I
advantage
missed
is
that.
yours.
Round 3 would then add.
Oh. You demand more ways to
next
waste your
skull.
points. I mean,
1 minute. Victory is within your grasp. Fight. Well fought.
Start adding
Well
goofy
won.
things. That's
But
all I can
I'm
really
not-
say. Like,
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not.
mean I don't mean
like-
like sound.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
mean
not.
like
I don't
sound.
want. I don't want sound alerts.
Banner exists.
And
I mean like
yeah.
goofy things that only affect you.
Yeah, you see, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. See, I wish I had Kokarnage's Tech Team 6. Cause the stuff that Kokarnage has in his stream are there, it's amazing. And yet there are like that could be tied into the channel point system quite easily in a way that even code doesn't do. I'll give you an example. He's recently launched Covertage. There's literally like you create a virtual avatar on covatar.com and then that will show up in his chat overlay so that when you're typing, you know, when he goes onto an OBS scene that shows the chat, now it's like it's your Kovatar and then there's a speech bubble and then your chat message is in that. And you can make your Kovatar look however you want. And so, but the dude's like one of the most successful Twitch streamers there is, right? Listen, if I could copy paste that system from Ko, you would have so many like Kovatar close options to redeem with your points. But yeah, I don't like sound alerts. I apologize. Like they're fun to interact with, and you know some people even charge bits to use them. I don't want to take more money away from you just to play like a kazoo on the stream. And I honestly don't know. I don't know what I'd be okay with. Like that's gonna sound so weird.
This is where
I don't really want to be doing like I don't really want to stop, You know, like, cause like there are some people that's like, oh, I think RJ did
this
RJ
is where
Rainbow
my
Rainbow.
dumb
Yeah,
idea came in, where
sorry.
I
Yeah, go
was
on.
like, you know what? I'm going to
Iron
add the
Banner.
viewers to have the option for if I wanted to, if I had to stop using a gun, if I had to change my
Yeah.
controls.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, and I'm
Use everything in
sorry
your
because it's
power.
probably gonna
Fight
bum
and
people out.
prevail.
I don't want to do any of that stuff. Right? I want to keep using this controller. Don't want, I need to
Captured
use the
Zone A.
weapon that's most
Opponent claims Zone
effective.
C.
Like, yeah. I don't know. I definitely need to think about it because I hear the demand and the frustration.
I wouldn't really call it frustration.
But
I think it's more.
You captured Zone B.
But I
2
definitely
zones
know how I
yours.
like my stream to be.
What?
I definitely need. I need to do something. I need to do something. Quite clearly, I need to do something. Cause I don't wanna. I don't wanna like just like the blanket like no, absolutely not. But yeah, I like the fact I don't have sound alerts randomly going off all the time. And I kind of. I don't know. I'd feel a little bit like a clown if I was reading like getting a redeem of like, oh, play with your controls inverted. Play the video game this way. Play this. Play that way.
Zone B
Dance,
lost.
monkey, dance. Like, I'm just no thanks. Anyway, I'll read the chat.
I
in this.
personally like the idea because I like things being dumb. I like
Yeah.
shit posting, which again is just memes.
Satellites should be
And
paid with bits
doing
so you get rich.
dumb
Do you
stuff.
want to do a barrel? Do you want to do a barrel roll? I can set up that. Get money, get rich. You can add mini games. Random redeem with race your point. Why do people love wasting their points? Why can't they just be there? Like, you're literally deleting points. You're deleting... See, the way that I look at... Maybe it's the fact that I just look at channel points differently. If you've got a lot of channel points, it means that you've been here. You've supported and you've been here. Like, I value people's presence way more than monetary value. I genuinely do. It means a lot more to me that you've been here for almost like all streams, as an example, right? That means the world to me.
Captured Zone C.
And the
Zone
thing is,
advantage
through
yours.
the amount of points you have, you literally have a quantifiable number that says like, yeah, you've been here more than this person
here.
because you've got more points. So, yeah. But I don't want my channel
Zone B
to be,
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
you know, dull or... This feels like a genuine catch-22. Because I like my stream how it is. I don't necessarily want to be like, you know, stop the gameplay I'm doing to do something, like you say, kind of goofy on stream. Because then I feel like, oh, the stream's goofy. I don't want to really do a goofy stream. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just trying to play the games the way I would play them and just share that with the world, right? Like, yeah. It's like there's definitely time.
Understandable.
Yeah, there's definitely a time to be goofy. I'm not saying there will be no goofiness. I mean, come on, look at the Boost Gang. But yeah, this is a good discussion though. Like, because yeah, it's not
Like,
that I don't care. I just know how I like my
Opponent
stream.
claimed Zone A. You captured
I
Zone
mean,
B.
there's no
Opponent
harm
claimed
in
Zone
being
C.
like, yeah, there's things you can do, there's things you can't really do, because you have your own set kind of
Yeah,
Factories.
that's true.
So
Yeah.
advantage is yours.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I'll
So be
definitely, like,
lost.
what I need is please give me any and all of your ideas of what redeems you'd like to see. I have a suggestion box channel in my Discord, actually, which you can use for this specific purpose. I will take all ideas and suggestions. I will consider them.
5 minutes
But
left. Sound
I
tactics
pretty
so far.
much know the
Zone
kinds
B
of
captured.
stuff
Zone
that I
advantage
know
is
I
yours.
don't want. And so, but I still want the suggestion. But the thing is, and I'm a little concerned about this,
Zone C
I'm
lost.
probably
I'm
going to
calling it.
reject like 90% of whatever they might be.
Captured zone A. Zone advantage is
Because
yours.
if I'm being totally honest with
That's
everyone,
it. You've won.
I really like how my channel is and how I present my streams already. I
More
genuinely
victories
do.
Like this
Like,
carry the Iron Banner into a new age.
so I don't know. Like, but yeah, please give me all the suggestions, please. Every single one of, including waste your points. Maybe I'll add waste your points, but like, you really will be wasting your points though. Like, yeah. I've got the
Just do it
flange.
for
See,
wasted
here's the
points.
thing. Because of the technical issues that happened around the release of Resident Evil 4 Remake, I do have that deliberately expensive redeem that was to do with between stream 1036 and 1058. I had a weird flange issue. So yeah, so if someone is ever here enough to get enough channel points to redeem flange, I want to remind everyone, if you ever successfully redeem flange, we have flange voice for the rest of the stream. Just for that stream, but still.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You're
I
waiting
have
for
already
flange?
equated like. I have already equated like half, not half, a quarter of a million points so far.
And that's in a
Which
year.
granted,
So basically in
yeah.
3 years' time, even if you showed up at the start of the stream and if you successfully redeem flange, the whole rest of that stream has to have flange on my voice. I thought that was a genuine redeem that is kind of goofy, that I genuinely will have that one and do that one. If you actually have been in here enough to redeem flange, it's happening, and it's not going off until I go offline. Even if someone comes in the chat and is like, turn it off. No, they really earned that.
Could you
And the reason
imagine
why the point
if somebody
value is
decided
so...
to redeem flange while you were offline?
If that happened, I would just refund the points, right?
Like, if somebody did that, that would be like the most.
Yeah, no, I'd have to be online. Yeah, you can, yeah, because you can earn channel points
Iron
even when,
Banner.
yeah, you're not like, yeah. Yeah, no, please give me any and all suggestions on redeems. Genuinely. I'll consider them. But the reason why like, my channel's been the way it is for so long, and I don't want this to sound like really
And now,
arrogant in any
fight.
way whatsoever. It's because I like how my channel is. I genuinely do. You know, I like my minimalist overlay. I like my no sound alerts. I like the fact that I have a green screen. A green screen was something that was never actually going to be part of the channel. I didn't ask for a green screen. I just got bought one. And then I was like, oh shit. Now...
Thanks, Annie Sam.
Yeah, thank you to my sister. I was like, oh no though. Now I need to buy professional key lighting of some kind. Otherwise, the green screen isn't going to look right. Like, there'll be shadows, and my stream will look.
Yours.
If I don't do this right, it'll actually look worse, not better. But as it so happens, removing the lampshade from my ceiling light, that was good enough, right? Because it's directly above my head. Like, the lighting, I would say, is even enough to where the green screen works and looks good, right? It looks good. So, yeah.
Zone A captured. You have the advantage. Press on.
I wonder, you know the sound alerts?
Yeah.
If there is a
Zone B
way
lost.
for viewers to hear them without it going into the VODs, then that will be a bit different.
Zone B captured.
But
You
I
have
think
the
part of
advantage.
why
Press on.
people like sound alerts is because the streamer hears them too and can react to them. I personally wouldn't want to. I would, like, if I'm playing a narrative game and characters are speaking dialogue, I don't want a random air horn making it that I can't hear what was just said. You know, a lot of viewers like making streamers jump and stuff. I don't enjoy that. I have cerebral palsy. I have a startle reflex. So, yeah, I don't really want to be
Zone
made
B
jump
lost.
or have goofy noises on my stream. But if it was possible to have sound effects play to the viewer, but yeah, I personally would mute them for me. So at that point, aren't they a little made redundant? Like,
Zone advantage is yours. Zone B captured.
It is a big predicament.
yeah, I feel like an ass. I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel a bit like an ass.
Zone A
And I'm
lost.
sorry. I just know what I like.
Zone C
Aw.
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
I just
I
know what
almost
I
got
like.
all of them.
Does anyone?
Apparently
Does
I
any
can only
like? Does
count to
anybody
2.
have you can say anything you want, right? There is no take too spicy. Mr. Dondi, everyone in chat, please feel free to voice
Oh,
your
don't have a
opinion
grenade.
on
Don't
my
have a grenade. Oh, wait,
on
no, I do.
any of my
Zone
opinion.
B
I want
lost.
opinions on my opinion. Because I don't, yeah, I care very much about what you all think. After all, you
Zone
give me
B
your
captured.
time.
Zone advantage
You
is
know, you hang out
yours.
here, you choose to be here. I'm very grateful. It means the world.
Zone C lost.
I just know how I like my channel. Everybody knows. Like, yeah, like that's how our channels are all unique. We all have an idea of what we'd like them to be like. Dondi's designed his really cool overlay. You've got
Zone
your
C
cool
captured.
channel
2
colors,
zones are
Alpha.
yours.
You know?
The whole color split.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Zone B lost.
And then there's me that's very bland.
5 minutes.
But that's part of my thing.
Ow.
Eris, shout out to Avoiding the Puddle, right? It turns out it's not that he's got green lighting in his room. Apparently, it's because of his webcam that he uses. It started to
Good catch.
fail,
Now hit them again.
right? It started to fail and just look like that. Like it just turned him all green.
Zone A captured.
And
Zone
rather
advantage is
than
yours.
like, oh man, my
Zone C
camera's
lost.
breaking, I'll buy a new one. No, he just leaves it like that. He's like, oh, my camera's breaking. Cool.
You captured
And only
zone B.
imagine green
Zone
screen
advantage is yours.
effects not working then.
Oh, he doesn't have a green screen or anything. Like,
Could you imagine if he did though?
oh man. Dude would be invisible. It'd just be a
Zone
floating
B
beard.
lost.
Jesus Christ, what the hell? What's with the explosion? It's like a mini nuke just went off on B.
Zone B
Everybody, you
captured.
gotta have to
The
start
advantage.
being
Press
careful on
on.
B.
I'm a little worried I've annoyed my chat. Everybody's being very quiet, which is fine. It's like lurkers are the unsung heroes of Twitch. But yeah, I don't mean to irritate anybody. At all.
I just spawned, don't even. It's illegal.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, I gotta do something. I gotta think of something. I was pretty
You'll come up
happy.
with something.
I was pretty happy with the whole, you know, the staples, the stretch, the hydrate, the posture check. It took me several hours to come up with like change the color of the overlay, but because so many of my games, you know, I'm doing full screen now. All that really does is change the color of the logo in the corner,
Yeah.
which I think is genuinely cool. And because it doesn't have any sound related to it, you know, I don't want too much stuff covering up my gameplay. Which is why I'm also keeping the amount of on-screen things to a minimum too. But what is on screen, like it took several hours to set up the whole color change thing.
I mean, there were a lot of streamers,
Zone A lost.
Destiny ones included, that don't really have much going for,
Zone C
you know,
captured. 2 zones are yours.
user interface with stream overlays.
Yeah.
Like, usually they are kind of just more of a talking head.
Hmm.
Same thing with some of the bigger ones as well. That like they don't really have
Zone B
like a
lost.
zoom out or
1 minute
anything. It's kind of
remains.
mainly just I have a webcam. I'm up in this direction on the streams. That's it.
You captured Zone A. You have the advantage.
If it
Press
wasn't
on.
obvious, chat, I care very
Zone
much
C lost.
about what you all think. I
Zone B
really
captured.
do,
Zone
because like
advantage is
now
yours.
I
30
gotta
seconds.
do
Stay
something,
Oh
but
my
I just
God.
I don't know what. Oh god. I don't know what.
That was like magic pixel
Thank goodness.
kind of just.
Oh god.
Oh
Guardian,
my days.
Crush them. Keep the pressure on.
Wait, what the
It's
heck? Why are
almost
we going to
over.
time? What?
A stirring victory.
Because we ran out of time. Oh, I got the Arbalest catalyst
I've
or
been
something.
hosting a
Oh,
banner
nice.
for the Cabal on Keitel's staging ship. They're ferocious warriors, but they're no Iron Lords. Not like you.
Mythic 3.
Oh yeah, I might need to rank reset actually. Maybe. Let me have a look. That's okay with you?
Yep, no worries.
Oh wait, no, sorry. No, I'm Mythic 2. So you've reset I haven't reset, right?
Yeah, I reset a while ago.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna have to reset again.
Yeah, let's do that now then, and then I'll reset.
Well, later, not right now, because reset rank is legend, not mythic.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've got brain fog now. I'm like, oh shit, I need newer teams. But what do I do? Ah.
We'll focus on it. We'll focus on that later. For
I
now,
yeah,
game.
yeah. No, but it is important to me. It's very important. It is important. And thank you. Like, yeah, please give me your feedback. I apologize if I throw out any particular ideas, but it's really got to feel right to me. But yeah, I will consider anything.
That doesn't seem physically possible.
Sorry, what? What do you mean? What?
How are you supposed to feel an idea? Like, it doesn't seem physically
Like,
possible.
you know, somebody tells you an idea, right? It's actually quite simple. Somebody tells you an idea, and in your subconscious, like, you already have, ironically, an idea of whether you think it's a good one or not, or whether you think it will work for the channel, and whether it aligns with. Because again, subconsciously, we all had an idea of how we'd like our Twitch channels to be, right? Because that's how you just make all the creative decisions around it. Like why your color scheme was red and blue. Like there's a whole backstory behind it. But again, like that backstory didn't come out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
It's
at
like,
first it was like, I need a form of, like, what my watermark would be for, like, arts that I
yeah,
made, and it was like, right, okay, I need to come up with something that's recognizable.
yeah.
So what did I do? I took my tag
Iron Banner.
for my Xbox and my PlayStation, and I was like, right, what can I do with this?
Yeah. I mean, my channel logo was created by my good friend Dmitry Teletsky. I was kind of asking for a logo, and it was actually more for, like, you know, music promotion purposes, really. But I essentially just wanted my initials turned into a logo, and originally I wanted my middle initial as well, because I was considering, and I suppose I can say this now because I'm probably not gonna go with the idea now that my logo is what it is. But originally, I was thinking of, and I might still do this someday, but I was thinking of releasing an instrumental album, an album that I didn't sing on, an album that was literally just music. That still might happen. But to differentiate it from my songwriting, rather than putting my name on it as such, I was going to call this project AMP. But not AMP as in AMP, like a guitar amp. It was
Like
literally going to be,
ANP.
it was going to be ANP amp. Kind of implying the same thing, but, you know, so basically deliberately misspelling amp. But those that knew me would know, oh, that's his initials. Cool. You know? So if I ever had a new album that was just called AMP, you'd know, like, oh, this is his instrumental stuff. Cool idea. And then I was like, okay, this needs a logo. And so I told Dimitri kind of all this, like what I wanted. And he's like, look, I know that you wanted your middle initial and all that. But he's like,
Zone A captured.
And these are, and he gave me some
Opponent claims
designs
Zone
of
C.
what he came up with that.
Mm.
But then he also is like, look, I know what you wanted and here it is. But I also did this. He's like, there's so many designs I can do if we
You
just
have
take
the
out the
advantage.
N.
Press on. Zone B captured.
And then basically I saw how he arranged the A and the P in kind of like a diamond thing.
Mm.
And it was actually a slightly different design to what you see now. But I was like, okay, wow. Yeah, okay.
Zone A lost.
And then I was like, you know what? Screw my amp idea. You're right. This looks way cooler. And I was like, maybe tweak this and this a little bit.
Zone C captured.
And
You
then
have
he
the
came back
advantage.
with
Press on.
what you see and what you'll always see. I love that logo. I really do. Like, I've actually wanted the logo to. I'm not a big fan of like long stream animations
Zone
between
B
scenes,
Mm.
but I have wished I could animate that little logo in the corner. I potentially might eventually teach myself a way of doing that. But wouldn't it be cool if the logo kind of
Zone B
drew
captured.
itself,
Both
sort of
zones are
thing?
yours.
Do you know what I mean? You've seen those
Yeah.
kinds of transitions where, like, if a logo's made out of a rectangle, it kind of just slides in. Or I've almost thought of like the two halves of the logo coming together, kind of thing. Like from two sides off screen or something like that. Like, I've had these kinds of ideas, and the only reason why it hasn't happened is because I quite literally don't know how to make it happen. And I'm the sort of person that has like
Captured
enough
Zone A.
free time
The
where,
flames have ignited. Let the wolves hunt.
I could pay someone to do this, and they'll have their fee of whatever it is. Or I could teach myself how. And I tend to lean more on if I don't know how to do something, I quite like to teach myself.
Yeah.
Look up online and try and find out. I've been teaching myself how to use
hunt will
DaVinci
come
Resolve,
soon.
which is a free video editing program. That's happening behind the scenes, like between streams and
Zone
all
A
this and
captured.
the other.
Zone advantage is yours. I'm calling. it.
There's still so much I need to
Crush
learn.
Like, I know how to animate in 8-bit,
Stirring victory.
Okay, that's cool.
like pixelate it, so,
Interesting.
The original Iron Lords
you know,
may be
there's
gone,
that, but
I can
like,
see the future is safe
trying
in
to
your
animate
hands.
outside of that, I kind of go, "Ugh, how do I do that?"
Yeah. Well, DaVinci Resolve has a Fusion page. Fusion is basically like Adobe After Effects. Fusion is their graphics animation part of their app. And I do say app because it's also available on iPad Pros as well, which is incredible, right? The fact that that's even the case is just like, whoa. But yeah. It's really quite clever because essentially you can keyframe stuff. I'm assuming that like there'll actually be similarities between the animation you're used to and then the DaVinci Resolve Fusion stuff, because you can create keyframes of like, you have object in one position, then you keyframe, and then you move said object and you keyframe, and then the program will do the animation of moving the object from position A to position B in the in-between frames, between the keyframe. So that's very basic stuff.
Yeah.
Sadly, I can't play. Do you usually do Destiny 2 on Wednesday mornings? No, it's because it's Iron Banner week. But like, I'm definitely doing Destiny 2 tomorrow morning as well. And did you say it was going to be 2 weeks, this Iron Banner? Because
It should be, yes.
I didn't think it would be. I'm not sure.
Not
It's like,
mistaken.
so normally I
Oh.
do fight a Friday, right? But
Mm.
if I'm not an Iron Lord by tomorrow, like afternoon, I might do Destiny on Friday morning as well. You might join tomorrow, but I have a couple of things happening. So I might have to disappear a couple of times. That's absolutely fine. And by the way, Casopia as well, because we've chatted and stuff and you run a very lovely channel. I'm happy for you being in the voice chat as long as my nephew, Freelancer Alpha here, is happy as well.
I am perfectly fine with
cool.
people joining the voice channel.
Casopia is another lovely streamer from Denmark.
Iron
And you
Banner.
might have even seen her channel a little bit. So, and yeah, I trust you. And you'd be welcome in the voice chat as well as we play some Destiny games. And then anytime you needed to drop off, no problem. And then if you were able to come back, you can come back in. Like, yeah. All good, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Sweet. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Also,
Your metal
speaking
will
of
be tested,
Destiny 2
Guardians. Begin.
stuff,
Yeah.
I do kind of want to figure a few things out.
You
Lightfall,
captured Zone C.
and its
Opponent claimed Zone A.
its current seasons. What's your plan currently with all that?
So my plan,
claimed Zone B.
thank you for asking again. Iron Banner concludes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, the morning streams, you know, like the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because Fighter Friday will come back. Even if we skip Fighter Friday this week, and again, it's still an if. If we skip it this week, it will return next week. So nothing's going to move Fighter Friday. But Saturday mornings, as you know, at the moment, I'm still playing Skull and Bones with Dave and Torrin. So, and obviously, Sunday and Monday, I'm taking as days off. Which
Zone A
leaves,
captured. You
in
have
terms
the
of the morning
advantage. Press
streams,
on.
that leaves Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings. And
Tuesday,
what's going to
Wednesday, Thursday
happen...
mornings.
Yeah, and what's going to happen in terms of, like, you know, once Iron Banner is done, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that is when the Lightfall playthrough is going to happen. And it's going to keep happening until it's done. And then we'll do the seasonal quests. And then we'll keep doing that till it's done.
Yeah. Which, again,
Yeah.
this is entirely optional for you. You don't have to,
Right.
but
Zone C lost.
I
again,
was also
just
thinking
to
about the 30th
re-
anniversary DLC as well. Is that what you were about to say?
just to re-echo, Season of Defiance, the first season of Lightfall,
Zone C
Yeah.
captured. Zone
does
Oh, it's
play.
parallel.
Yours.
Yeah, it does play alongside Lightfall's story, even though it feels slightly disconnected.
Zone A lost.
Right.
It does play slightly in with what's currently.
So long as you're able to like be with me at the like start of streams, if you as someone that's played through all the missions
You have the
before,
advantage. Press on.
if you
Zone B
think
captured.
that the story will be more cohesive to be like, okay, before we go to the next like Lightfall main story mission, if we
Zone
do this
C
seasonal
lost.
thing next, like I will follow you with that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the story's gotta make sense. And if I have any questions, as you know from when we polished off the Witch Queen 4 months after the fact, like, if I have any questions or I'm lost, I will ask you stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Casopia, if there are any expansions you are missing, we'd like to reiterate that there's apparently a big sale going on where, yeah, any content you might be missing is on a massive discount.
You captured
apparently.
Zone C. You have
I don't know the
Uh,
deets, I haven't
Press
looked.
on.
the collection versions of Destiny 2, the Armory collection, the previous
Zone B
expansion
lost.
collection, and Lightfall are all currently on sale for
bought
dirt
Lightfall
cheap.
Annual the other day. Nice. Nice. Yeah, like I actually am going to pre-order the Final Shape day one. It'll be the first time I'm doing this since Destiny 1, The Taken King. It's gonna feel expensive, for sure.
It'll feel
But-
expensive, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be there
The
day
whole
one.
thing, the whole reason why Destiny 2 ended up coming onto the channel and me going through
Zone B
all
captured.
of
Zone
the
advantage is
you
yours.
know, New Light, and then the Forsaken,
Zone
like little
C
bit,
lost.
and then Shadowkeep, and Beyond Light, and then the
You
Witch
captured Zone
Queen.
A. 2
Lightfall
zones are
is
yours.
starting, like, you know, as soon as Iron Banner's done, and then obviously Final Shape. The whole point, we've gone through everything
Zone B
on the
lost.
stream over the
Zone
last
C
few
captured.
months
2 zones are yours.
is
Zone A
because I'm
lost.
building up to catching up on all the
5
plot
minutes remain.
in order to play Final Shape alongside the Destiny community when the content is new and relevant. You've actually genuinely brought me back into this game, and to be fair, back in the original Destiny, and I would even say the launch of this game,
Zone C lost.
that's very much how I played Destiny as well. I was playing the new content when it was new, alongside the community, and like the feeling of that was really cool. I basically want to experience that again. And also, like, as an outsider looking in and seeing everything that sort of the team at Bungie have sort of gone through, some good, but there's been a lot of like hardship and
The
stuff.
howls are quiet.
I genuinely want to
Return to the
support
fight.
the team, right? I don't want more layoffs to happen. How do we as consumers do that? Like, we
Zone
have
A
to
captured. It's almost over.
vote with our
Don't let
wallet,
them have it
and
easy.
if we want the expansion on day one, you know, pre-order it if
Opponent
you
claimed
can.
Zone C. Opponent
And I'm
claimed
gonna
Zone
stress
B.
that if you can, because if you're not in a position where you can do that comfortably, you should not. But I've been planning for
Zone C captured.
Final
Zone
Shape,
advantage is
like,
yours.
financially, to the point where, like, yeah, I know I'm going to be able to afford it. And, you know, the fact that it got delayed, obviously that makes it all the more comfortable, really, because we have more time to budget.
Zone A
But yeah,
lost.
no,
It makes it a lot easier.
yeah, my budget is sorted out. I know what games I'm buying and what ones I'm not. And the ones that I'm not, it's not that they're necessarily bad games.
Zone advantage is
There's a lot of games I want, but like, I
minutes
know
left.
already what I
will
want to stream
endure.
and finish playthroughs of. And it's like, even if I bought X game now, I don't know when I'd be playing
even in
it,
defeat.
right?
Ooh. I got an emblem.
Oh, nice.
Neat.
Yeah. But I said this earlier. Why am I commending the enemy team? I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. It's gonna, like, do you know what?
I usually do that when there's nobody on
It's
our team.
It's gonna take ages to get this Iron Lord title, man. How many games have we won this stream?
From what I've been counting, 2.
2.
2.
2.
Does that feel like a great number? No, but I
Oh
mean,
no, actually,
the
I
amount
think
of
no.
XP
I needed 36 more wins.
Okay, so we've won 3.
I now have 69 wins. which is
Nice.
nice. But we need 31 more.
Got Wish Ender the other day. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I get carried through. I'm so glad that Alpha showed up in my stream right as I was about to start the first match of Iron Banana of this stream, because let's face it, if it wasn't for Alpha's presence, I would have less than 3 victories in this stream so far.
Wish
Oh.
Ender is like my favorite bow in like the whole goddamn game. Solely on aesthetics alone, not because of what it does. I couldn't care less for the whole wall hacks thing that it does.
Somebody
no,
paid. Somebody paid for the Ghostbusters pack because I just saw the ship there of Ecto One.
It looks. Wish Ender looks great.
Yeah.
Iron Banner.
I would love to have every single one of the ornaments for it, but I sadly
You bought
not.
the Ecto One ship too? Cool. I will not be. Let me tell you. You want to talk about great synth sounds? That lead synth. Oh, it's really good. You know what? Yesterday, right between my streams, like before the Tekken and stuff, I loaded up Ableton Live 12. People are gonna start to get really excited, and then just be like,
Sharp as war beasts.
But yeah, I loaded up Ableton
No
Live
armor can
12.
stop them.
I loaded
I
up a
have
synthesizer, and I just jammed, like
Opponent
messing
claims
around
zone C.
with all the different parameters. Like, ooh, that sounds cool.
Another
when I-
album when?
Exactly right. But like, yeah, no. So I was messing around with stuff, having a great time, and then, you know, I saved none of it. Like, I didn't actually record anything. Like, this was deliberate as well, by the way. I just wanted to jam. Like,
Zone B captured. Zone advantage.
but I
is
didn't
yours.
really play any, like, what I would call, this is gonna sound weird, I didn't play any music. Like, yes, I was messing around with
What
a
you
musical
use
instrument.
for sandwiches.
Yeah, I didn't play any music. I was just like holding a note, twiddling around with stuff, maybe playing the occasional chord or melody, but like, it wasn't like, oh, this is a song. Nothing I heard as I was playing around was like, oh, this is the start of a song idea. That didn't happen to me. I was just like, oh, this sounds cool, that sounds cool. And actually, like, kind of just learning
Zone B
a little more through trial and error about the different synthesizers that Live 12 has. A lot of them have been in there since older versions of Live as well.
Zone C. Zone advantage
Ableton Live is the
yours.
music software that I primarily use these days.
Zone A lost.
But the thing is, that wasn't always the case. So there's a lot about Live I don't know still. So I just load it up and I learn, mess around with stuff and see what it does. I'm very grateful for Live's info view. They have a screen in the bottom left of the program called info view. And what it is like wherever your mouse is, it basically is like a what's this type thing. So anything you put your mouse on screen, the info view will have text that explains what it is, how it works, how to use it.
Zone C lost.
And you can put your mouse over anything in the program. So if you put it over, you know, filter frequency of a synthesizer, it will explain exactly about how the filter works. If you put it over the record button, it's like, click this button to start recording. Like, you know, even like really basic stuff. Like, you can learn the program just by mousing around and read info view. I think it's such a cool thing.
Zone B lost.
I look forward to when I no longer need info view,
You have the advantage. Press on. Zone A captured.
but I feel like that's a long time from now. And to be fair, info view, I think even if you're somebody used to the program, info view could just be really handy because it even reminds you of keyboard shortcuts as well.
Zone C
Sorry,
lost.
why is The Legend of Zelda here?
Link the Hyrulean. I mean, listen, man, Bungie player names. I like the
Bungie player
fact that you
names.
can have like multiple words and spaces and like, yeah, it is quite cool.
You used to be able to even use the weapon icons that were in the kill feed as well.
Zone A lost. The wolf's howl.
How
will be
did
the
you
last
even
thing
type
you hear.
that? Like, how?
I have
Is it-
no idea, but people used to have that. But when they added cross save
That shut them down.
and the whole Bungie
Listen,
account thing,
I would rather have cross save than
they did away
The
with it,
flames have
and
gone
a lot of
cold.
people were kind of upset. Not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it was kind of like.
Well, it also would
you
have made
prefer
the
to be
kill
killed by
feed
somebody
really.
who was just called gun, gun, gun.
Zone A captured.
Yeah, and
Opponent
actually, it would have
claimed
made the
zone
kill
B.
feed really confusing because there would have been gun symbol,
Yeah.
gun
5
symbol, gun
minutes
symbol.
remain.
But then the last gun symbol is the gun symbol they were killed with.
Yeah. What's even worse is there's
I'm
even
calling it. 10
exotic
seconds.
specific icons for the kill feed. So when you have an exotic icon weapon
They
in the
got the
kill
better
feed,
of you.
and then the gun they were actually using, it was like, what?
Yeah.
The Iron Lords never stopped, nor will you.
Cassiopeia, this is going back to a topic that like happened before you came in. But if you have any ideas for cool channel redeems, can you put them in my suggestion box channel of my Discord server? People are asking for cool redeems, but I'm also pretty stringent on what I know I'd like to have on my channel and what I wouldn't. And those two things clash. And I need to think of something. Like, I just need ideas thrown at me. Like, anything and everything. I need ideas thrown at me, and then I need to be able to look at them all and be like, that sounds cool. Nah. That sounds cool. Nah. Maybe. Yeah. I need to throw stuff at the wall, but I'm coming up with blanks. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of sound alerts. Like, I play too many
He
narrative
needs
games.
a ball that's actually sticky and not a bouncing one.
Yeah, yeah. Because people have a lot of channel points here, and they are demanding like cooler ways to use them, which is a fair thing. And but yeah, I also quite like how my channel is, so it's a catch-22 a little bit. So I got to do something.
You keep saying catch-22. What is that?
Have you never heard, like, okay, so to be fair, I can't speak much to a catch-22 origins, but it, like, in terms of its meaning, it is implying the situation that we are in right now, where you quite literally don't know how to navigate like what the solution is. Like, on the one hand, you know, adding like more redeems, more channel interaction, their cooler stuff. So it might be like wacky sound effect or whatever. And then that makes viewers happy because that's kind of what they're asking for. But on the other, it's like there's me and only me, and basically, like if it was a majority vote thing, then chat would win because there are more people asking for wacky or cool redeems than there is somebody like diametrically opposed. Like it was like, I don't want sounds on my channel. So if this was a democracy rather than a dictatorship, because essentially my channel's more of a dictatorship, all right? Like, this is my channel, I run it this way. Like, yeah. If it was a democracy though, who knows what twitch.tv /Poetessa would look like.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, like it, but it is though, isn't it? It is. My channel's a dictatorship in a way. I don't want to I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I absolutely want to give viewers what they want, but I want to do it in a way that I need to like the idea as well. Basically, whatever we come up with, I've got to like it as well. That's really important.
Iron Banner.
Right? So, I genuinely want your help with this, chat. I genuinely want your help. Like, because I'm not a dictator. I'm not diametrically opposed to you, but
Prove
like,
you're ready for what comes.
yeah. As you can see, I'm really kind of like I need to solve this. I genuinely think, like, yeah, if I can't just ignore it. And I shouldn't just ignore it. I don't want to ignore my viewers' wishes. You guys are the best.
Oh, no. Hi, Gary. I wonder if they came out of the Gary vault from Fallout.
Yeah. See, when I have my new computer, potentially like still years away, and I'm able to run my music software while streaming, I had the idea that like people could redeem songs that I would then perform.
Zone B captured.
But the
Zone
thing is, if I was doing a video game playthrough, I don't want to put the controller down to perform a song and then go back to the game, because like, imagine you can put a cooldown timer, I know, but like, think about how many times people have redeemed that stuff, and at that point it's like I might as well stop playing video games and just do gig streams. you know what do you know what I mean?
Potentially play said music for like
Zone B captured.
outside
Zone advantage
reasons,
is yours.
like I don't know,
Zone A
maybe
lost.
like if there's ever copyrighted music on a video game radio or
Zone A
something or
captured.
whatever, you could
have the
probably
advantage. Press
have
on.
that playing in the background
Because I genuinely want to do
Zone
music
B
streams.
lost.
That I want that to happen. I just need the computer that'll allow me to do it. So we're working on that. You know what I wish existed?
What was that?
You captured.
I've
Zone
just
C.
come up with it
2
now.
zones
It doesn't
are yours.
exist. What if you could use channel point redeems, like different redeems, and it was plugged into some sort of software
The lead is
Because obviously
yours.
the Twitch has APIs, right?
Mhm.
What if channel redeems
You captured
could
Zone B.
generate
Everything's
music,
yours. Relish this time.
and all of a sudden I'm making music with the chat? Right?
Are we talking like AI based?
Not necessarily,
Music
no, because
generation?
not necessarily, because it would be the chat. It would be through the chat's redeems that would decide whether something gets created over something else. Right?
Another hunt will come soon.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen Twitch streamer
Opponent
Nutty.
claimed Zone A. Opponent claimed
By the way,
Zone
the
B.
reason why my
Zone
stream
C
overlay
captured.
looks like it the way it does is because of tutorial videos that Nutty put on YouTube. There are certain things, skills that I learned through Nutty, and his tutorials that he just freely put out there. That, you know, he literally wanted people to take and copy and use. But yes, credit where it's due. My overlay wouldn't look like it does without Nutty's advice. So the whole like, my background is just my gameplay but recolored. Thank Nutty for that one. Yeah. But yeah, he's got a thing where he even had Twitch chat, and I'm never doing
Zone
this.
B captured. Zone
He had
advantage is
Twitch chat
yours.
control where his camera was pointed. And the moment that
Yeah,
he
you
gave
can
control to
imagine-
chat.
You can imagine how
Yeah,
that went.
yeah. The moment that he basically
minutes left.
activated it
Sound
and
tactics
control
so
was in
far.
chat's hand, like slowly with every chat message, the camera was just going all the more down and down and down. And then I believe he even added a zoom. So people were just zooming in to his like below the waist, and I'm like. And again, that
Yeah.
is an example of like goofiness that I'm sorry, but I don't want that to be in my Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough. I'm so sorry.
To add, Twitch
Zone A
modified
captured. You have the
the
advantage. Press on.
TOS, so
Yeah,
now
yeah.
Zone
now
C captured.
that
The flames have ignited. Let the wolves
is
hunt.
against terms of service.
Yeah. I should say
Show them
that
what you
like,
can do.
you know, the thing I'm referring to was like way back. And to be fair, Nutty, of course he was clothed. He had like shorts on, you know. So, but you know, it's. Oh, the internet, man. I can't keep up with like all of the.
Another
Oh
hunt will
man,
come soon.
Yeah, the internet is.
it's a wild west, man.
Zone A captured.
It's weird. It's
It's weird. It's weird and it's wonderful at the same
Opponent claimed
time,
Zone C.
for almost like the same reasons, right? The things that make
Opponent claimed Zone
it
B.
great can also simultaneously make it like, like.
for example, Destiny 2 names.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken wings.
Maybe I'm just getting
Zone A
old and
lost. You're
boring.
being hunted.
Maybe
Don't let
that's
your
all
guard
that's
down.
happening here.
3 minutes remain.
I'm
We
just
also
old.
Capture and you
have
and
somebody
boring.
named Big Boss Snacky as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. He's pretty good, right? He's getting us up the like we can win this because he's on our team, right?
The hunt has ended.
Yes, I made a Metal Gear joke with the whole "you're pretty good" thing. Yes, if you noticed that reference, I
Zone
like
A captured. Opponent claimed Zone B.
Ocelot.
Opponent claimed Zone C.
The sheer fact that there was a mission in Metal Gear
By the way,
Solid Phantom Pain. The sheer fact that there was a mission where a contractor was like, "Hey, we need you to kill some kids."
oh yeah, and I like the fact that
Jesus.
the way that Snake handled it though, right? Recorded like gunshots aimed entirely like elsewhere, sent it off to the contractor, and then rescued the kids. Masterstroke. Masterstroke. GG, Snake.
He's a clever man.
Yes.
Hell of a tactician.
Yes. Especially in your hands, man. Like, so there is a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 4, 5, The Phantom Pain on Alpha's channel. Even though you did have like some technical hitches where you had to basically replay some missions and stuff, because one of your streams did not archive correctly. Like, oh my god,
what
what a
happened
play.
was my internet decided to have a bit of a hiccup during the stream, so it was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that
30 seconds.
the original stream is just corrupted, and now there's like just an hour that's just preserved.
To be fair, like the way that you handled it though, even going back,
You captured
I'm replaying content. I mean, first of all, thank you for doing that. But also, luckily, and like, you know, touch wood, that's the only stream that's ever messed up for you, really. Like, playthrough. Like, you've had the occasional audio issue too, but like, yeah.
Yeah, ever since I stopped streaming in 1080p, it's been smooth sailing since. And I think that's kind of just where my internet is at.
Yeah.
I can't really step into 1080p.
Which is a shame, but to be fair, I also think
for
that,
my internet to handle. Which,
yeah. I feel like my internet is like, it's not running as well as it used to, and I am basically near the end of my contract minimum term. But and the thing is, you know, my provider have been ringing me about it basically every day. I literally ask them like, hey, would you mind, like, I actually don't want to make any changes, because the thing is, when you make changes, you're tied in for another 18 months. And yes, my bills are going up, but the thing is, the rise is actually not as high as what it would be like 18 months from now. As you know, someone in a contract, and as you know, as the customer, if I have a right to, like, no, I don't want to sign a new contract, I'd want to keep the package that I've got, even though the price is still rising in line with inflation. If I want to keep my package unchanged exactly as is, I have a right to do that if I want. And I think that's, you know, that is what we're doing, because it actually works out cheaper than, because the thing is, you can sign out of your account and then go to the website and look at the kind of packages they're offering new customers. And yes, they are cheaper than what I'm paying now for the same stuff. But you can guarantee the way it works is, and I know this because I've been with my provider for multiple years. The price that they show on their website is the price that they give you for so many, like 18 months, like I said, and then they rocket it afterwards. And the only way to avoid the price rocket is to sign another contract that's a lower thing, but it's only at a lower price for that 18 months, and then they rocket it again. So they keep making you do new deals. And that's what we did for like a few years here at this house. But with the last deal that I signed almost 18 months ago, I think my negotiation skills were amazing, because I essentially created an agreement where I basically told them, look, I cannot afford any more than this per month, and that is unlikely to change. I know that the bill is going to increase every April, and obviously I'll figure that stuff out, but my budget that I want to put towards internet is this. Can we come up with something? And I was able to walk out of that conversation with a pardon the pun, you know, wheel out of that conversation with a contract where basically after 18 months the price stays the same, and that I feel is very much because whoever I was speaking to, I caught them on a good day. Right? And they, you know, they understood like what I was saying, where I was coming from, and like, yeah, got the contract done. And I honestly think it was the best kind of, like, I think especially with the landscape, the economic landscape being what it is, there's no way my provider would offer me anything cheaper than what I'm paying right now, without there being a significant price increase after 18 months. And I'm just not doing that kind of deal. Like, I don't want that kind of deal. So I'm basically going to keep it as it is. Because even though it is still expensive per
Iron
month,
Banner.
it's not going to get ridiculously more expensive. So I'm actually happy with what I've got. Ugh. The thing is though, it is a package with phone and TV as well. Some point in the future, I think I'd like to change it to, hey, can we make it like just internet only, and how cheap can we go? How fast can my internet be, but how cheap can we go? I've got gigabit broadband,
Armor is
and
formed to see
honestly,
combat.
I'm not
Wear
sure if I'll
yours
ever be
well.
able to downgrade below it. I'm used to it now. It's really nice to be able to install Destiny 2 in like 12 minutes.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
It's super nice to be able to install Destiny 2 in 12 minutes. Because it's like 116 gigabytes, right? To download that in 12 minutes or less.
Zone B captured.
Zone advantage is
When
yours.
you're able to get the same support agents, it genuinely is like one of the greatest things to come and to just conveniently happen, because it's like, oh, thank God.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, when my previous Razer headset broke, I had to go through Razer support to get replacement. Which
Zone A captured. Everything is yours. Relish this time.
Razer support, by the way, I cannot stress this enough. Like, they have to be really down to earth. Like, I'm not even sponsored, right?
No.
And I can tell you straight up, they are really down to earth. And they informed me that my previous Razer headset was
Another
no
hunt
longer
will come soon.
Being made.
no longer produced. So it was like, right, okay.
Opponent claimed Zone
How
A.
can I manage this then? And then they were like, we can offer you a replacement, but it will be a completely different version to what you're currently using. And I was like, yeah, okay. I would like to have a look at it, see the specs for the headset, and I'll come back with an answer.
Opponent claimed Zone B.
So they did that, and lo and behold, I'm currently sat with
It sounds
A
really
Razer-
good. Yeah.
I'm
it's-
currently sat with a Razer headset that is twice as good as the previous.
Yeah.
And
Cool,
oh
cool.
my goodness.
Cool. So they didn't really give you like the budget model either. They're like, okay.
No, I straight up, I basically got a £140 headset
Make your
Nice.
enemies
for
pay.
free
Yeah.
because
They weren't
Razer
making yours
support is
anymore.
Zone B
genuinely
captured. 2 zones are yours.
being extremely down to earth.
Yeah. So the support that come like that I want to shout out. I haven't had to deal with them much because I've been fortunate enough not to have issues with a lot of their stuff, and I know that other people do. And you know, I don't want to sound like a fanboy here, but like Apple actually
Zone C
for me are the
lost.
people that have gone above and beyond. So mum bought me AirPods Pros from Amazon, and within about a month,
Zone A captured. You
one
have
of
the
them
advantage.
just
Press
stopped
on.
working. And I don't know how this stuff happens, but like I did buy
Zone B lost.
like the Apple Care, right, which I think is key. If you
Yeah.
didn't buy Apple Care, Apple support is very different. They're like, well, you didn't have Apple Care, so
2
sorry,
zones
you're
are
gonna have to
yours.
pay like crazy fees. I had Apple Care though, because I decided to buy it. Like, it's always a good idea. Apple products are worth so much in that, and Apple Care doesn't cover everything, but it covers so much that basically it will end up saving you money on the unfortunate event that you do have some sort of issue. Anyway,
You know what?
I went
5 minutes left.
Yeah, there you
Tactics
go.
So far.
I went
Zone
to
C
an Apple
lost.
store with my broken AirPods Pros. They they took
Zone
them
B
away for
captured.
testing,
2 zones are
like in
yours.
a funky little soundproof box that ran some diagnostics. So it was basically like the case for the headphones themselves, but just different.
I'm gonna have a lie down for a bit. Means I got up at 5. Do you need a drink?
Yes, I will.
Won't beef with them.
Yeah, they literally came back to me after a few minutes and were
Zone
like,
B
yeah, we
lost.
detected a fault on these, so we're just gonna replace
Zone
them
C
for you.
captured. You have
And
the advantage.
It's
Press
not
on.
gonna go against like your count against the number of you can have so many incidents
Zone
per
B
year
captured.
with Apple
Everything is
Care,
yours.
and they literally
Relish
just
this time.
replaced everything at no cost. And I'm like, whoa.
That is very interesting. I've never
Yeah.
heard of such a weird circumstance. Like,
However, like I do feel like please take all of this with the grain of salt that they consider everything on a
hunt has
case by case basis, and just because they did that for me,
Zone
don't go
B
into an
captured.
Apple store demanding that because you saw like Portessa on twitch.tv/put it like that. It's what they decided to do. I think it depended very much what kind of thing was
Capture
at
zone A.
fault.
2 zones are yours. Opponent
And
zone C.
I did not get the details on that. But it's sounding like something failed that legit wasn't supposed to fail, that there was no way that it would have
Zone
been
B
user
lost.
error. Again, I have no idea. But it did surprise me that Apple were just like, yeah,
3
we're
minutes
replacing
remain.
this.
Keep the
Sorry.
pressure and you have
Like, and here, have it for free. And I'm like, what? You know, because these are like, I want to say like 250 pounds earbuds, right? Yeah. Oh, I got the exact same, like, yeah, the AirPods Pros 2 were not out at the time, so the replacement was exactly the same as what I got. But the other thing that I learned from that is, you know, like, the whole details
Cut their momentum.
about the
Keep
fact
pushing.
that I have Apple Care. Well, actually, it's expired
Sony
now, but
captured
yeah, when you
the
buy
sole
Apple Care for
advantage is
AirPods, I believe
yours.
it lasts for like 2 years. I think it's expired now. But the details of your Apple Care membership, guess where it's actually stored? On a little microchip in the AirPods case, like the charging case. Kid you?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, so you're replacing this? Like, I was like, what's gonna happen about my Apple Care? Oh, as soon as you put the new earbuds in that same case, like it'll all just the firmware will all sync up, and yeah, like
Sony lost.
those buds will just pair with that case. Like you're all good. I'm like, what kind of wizardry are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that even if there's a case failure, they've got like really custom apps on their like employee iPads where if they needed to like move
1 minute. Victory
the
is within your grasp. Fight.
AirPods like Apple Care data from one case to another, they probably could do that if
Zone
they
B
really
lost.
needed to. Like, yeah,
You've almost
I
won,
actually
but don't
looked
let up.
into.
They won't.
There are some YouTube videos on like I think Apple have a YouTube channel for like I think some like training videos got leaked or whatever at one point.
30
And
seconds.
yeah,
Stay on them.
we got to see like behind the curtain of a support guy at Apple and like the kinds of tools they have available to them, and yeah, they can like for the motherboards for their Mac computers, they're actually kind of paired with the hardware in a way that people like iFixit really don't like, because it means it kind of ruins the whole right to repair
That's
thing.
it.
That's a big debate.
One.
But yeah, there's special software that can basically pair different components to specific computers
Do
and
you
stuff,
feel stronger?
so that Apple can detect if a user has opened it up and changed things. Yeah. Like they even have water sensors so that like, because there's certain amounts of water damage that are not covered by warranty, right? So there's sensors in your iPhone to detect whether it's ever been submerged in water or not.
Interesting.
Because if it has, that's not covered by the standard warranty, right? And even if you let your iPhone dry out, apparently there's still something inside the phone that makes it obvious. It must be a little bit like, you're aware of litmus paper, right? When you're testing the pH level of something, like
Yeah.
how acidic or alkaline it is.
Yeah.
I think what it is that as soon as your iPhone is submerged, I think something inside it changes color, like permanently, irreversibly, right? I think that's how they tell. Which, again, I don't know that for fact, but yeah, I don't know that for fact, but it's pretty clever, right? That's right, it's a small pad, yeah. The Nintendo Switch has it too, changing from white to pink. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh.
Huh. Hmm. I do like their products though. I really want a MacBook Pro. And I realize I'd probably get way more Twitch bits if I like had people paying for sound effects. But I just don't want to do that. Like
I always find it so goddamn weird how there's people been singing Apple's praises for like God knows how long.
Like me, you mean? Yeah.
And then it's like they're being sued by the EU
Oh,
under
because
the
of not
grounds
allowed.
of gatekeeping.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is, so many companies. See, this is what irritates me a little bit. Like, Sony gatekeep, Microsoft gatekeep. You know, like,
Yeah, but you've also
Android
kind of got to
kind of
think
gatekeep about certain stuff.
Microsoft have been sued for that in the past, and I'm fairly certain they lost.
Iron Banner.
Yeah, like the whole kind of Windows Media Player thing. Yeah, back in the day, you know, or the fact that Internet Explorer is like pre-installed. Like, they had to make a whole new version of Windows. Windows N. Who here remembers Windows N? It literally was Windows without Internet Explorer and Windows Media Player pre-installed. That was the only
Victory
difference.
is yours for the taking.
But they sold it
Yeah.
alongside non-N versions of Windows. And it just created so much
captured
brand
Zone C.
confusion.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
I don't understand die-hard brand loyalty. Like, oh no, this product's better because this, this, and this.
With me and the
you are
Apple
aware they
stuff,
do that for
right? With me and the
software
Apple
reasons,
stuff,
right?
it's quite simply that I really like how their stuff works.
Mm.
I completely understand if someone else doesn't,
Zone B. Zone
but I
advantage
do.
is yours.
And I
Zone
also
C
like how
lost.
it works together, right?
Zone A
The
captured.
first
You have the
time
advantage.
that
Press
I was
on.
browsing something on my phone, and then I grabbed my iPad, unlocked it to see that there was a special icon next to the Safari web browser, which when tapped, opened the same page automatically that I was on my phone, but just on a bigger screen. They call this feature continuity, and I've just mentioned one example, but it can actually do loads of different
Zone
things.
C captured.
If you're
Zone
working on a
advantage is
document on your
yours.
Mac and you want to move it to your iPad, like, you don't actually have to do anything.
A precious resource. Use
Like,
it wisely.
it kind of moves
Or-
with you in the background, and just whatever Apple device you've got in your hands, it'll be there. Like,
Captured
it's
Zone
so
A.
convenient.
Everything is yours.
Even
Mm.
like copy paste is now works between devices automatically. You don't have to set it up. You can like highlight something on one device, hit copy, grab a different Apple device that you have and hit paste, and it's that same thing that you copied from whatever the other device was. It's like, don't even know how they're doing it. They're probably doing it via like Bluetooth,
Return
to
to
be
the
honest, right? Or something like that. Or
I
maybe even
think
the
it's
Wi-Fi.
probably-
Captured.
Maybe
I
even
think it's
Wi-Fi.
more
Zone
to
B
do
captured.
with
2 zones are yours.
they have something in the
Hmm.
Opponent claimed Zone C.
Sorry,
what
your
the
mic cut out a bit. What's up?
yeah,
Something
sorry.
in the what? That's all right.
It's something in the system where it kind of speaks to itself.
Yeah. I personally think it's super cool, right?
Mm. Like Microsoft Edge does this, and it speaks to Bing as well when it's on its own.
Oh, Bing. Oh, Bing. I will give credit to Bing about one thing. I think I actually prefer their
Zone B
image
lost.
search. Yeah.
The image search. I've done this myself. I've compared the image search
You
to
captured Zone
Google,
C.
and
You
I
have the
get more
advantage. Press
consistent
on.
searches with Bing in comparison to Google. So that, and
I wish they never dropped the
Microsoft-
Cortana name though. Like, it's a shame that the Cortana experience was bad, because now with the whole Copilot thing, which is probably a better name
Zone
because it's
C
more like
lost.
explanatory about what it actually does. But I really wish they
Zone
went
B
all in on the
captured. You have the
Cortana thing.
advantage.
And
Press
I
on.
even want it to sound like, I forget her name. But like, yeah, I
You
think
want it
that,
to sound like Jen Taylor as well.
yes, I did. Yes.
I
From
mean,
Halo,
that
yes.
that was the case, but unfortunately, it just
Yeah. Cortana flopped. I think Cortana should come back. Or maybe, no, you know what?
You
It's
captured Zone C.
2024.
Yes. The hunt is
Bring
on.
the weapon to Windows.
I'm calling it.
For anyone that's
Guardian.
played the Halo
Crush them.
Infinite campaign, you know what I'm talking about. The subtitle of Cortana's replacement is literally just called Weapon.
I'm sorry. Just
Be
the
proud of what
twist
you've
that
done
I
today.
hit with Halo Infinite recently
I
is
just got the the Ironcast emblem. Yeah, your Infinite playthrough's still going, right?
yeah, because I'm
It's called DM. Thank you.
I still I do a lot of stuff open world, so it's like I feel like I'm kind of dragging it out.
Oh,
It's
you
not
sent me the
playing
stuff about the water damage, like what the different. Oh, that's cool.
like I'm not one
Wow.
to like
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, this is the Nintendo Switch's version. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not one to drag playthroughs out for like my own personal gains or anything. Not that people
I
do that. I'm
I
but like
love I love. So I've just seen like a previous image that you sent me ages ago. You got all your PS Vita games. And Vita is like one of the best handhelds. Fight me. But like, yeah, you've got your Oddworld New and Tasty on like its own little stand. I myself am an Oddworld fan as well. I'm not good at Oddworld, but I love Oddworld. I need to finish Soulstorm. I got like near the end of it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the bad ending. But like, yeah, there's another row behind. Indeed, yeah. But yeah, Oddworld is so good. When I was coming up with like what should my Hotmail email address be, I'm not gonna say what it is, but basically all I will say is that I was inspired by my Oddworld fandom. And
yeah, I kind
yeah.
of picked up on that when we were managing
Yeah.
something.
My original idea that I came up with, bearing in mind that I was, oh God, I don't even think I was a teenager. The original idea that I came up with was so cringe, I don't even want to mention it. So there's that. But now you're all wondering, like, oh my God, what did he come
Iron
up with?
Banner.
It probably would have been taken anyway.
Not me finally up front on the... Divert your eyes, I'm not there.
Wait, what? Oh, are you resetting?
No, I was up front on the intro screen.
Oh, cool.
The fire burns brightly.
Be right
in
back,
you
no
all.
worries.
Oh, fun fact for you.
Opponent claimed Zone A. Zone C
I
captured.
will say this as well. Don't immediately go out of your way to start looking. You'll get yourself killed. do it in a private match in your own spare
Zone
time.
B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
What are you talking
But there are
about?
cats on this map.
Oh my. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm more of a dog person. So if you were gonna tell me that there's a doggo, a dude.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there are any dogs in
That is so sad.
Destiny, like, at all.
Other than the wonderful. Oh no, I'm blanking on its name. The one that we must pet whenever we go see Ada 1.
Archie.
Archie. Have they sold like a... Oh, they need to pair
They
up
did
with like
indeed
Sony
sell
Robotics.
a plush.
There was a plush? No, they
There
need
was
to
a
pair
plush.
up with Sony's Ibo team and make a actual functioning robotic Archie. Can you imagine? Because like this is the thing, like for years ago,
Zone B
I think for
lost.
like £3,000,
You captured Zone A.
you could
2
buy a
zones are
Sony
yours.
Ibo robotic dog with a charging base station that like the robot was so smart that it even knew when like it was low battery, and it would walk itself over to its charging station, sit itself down and power down until it was fully charged up. Kid you not.
That reminds me of that one specific scene from Flubber. If you don't know
Zone A
Flubber, it
lost.
was
Oh,
a
great film. Great
Disney
film.
movie
Robin Williams, rest
starring
in peace.
the lovely and entertaining Robin Williams. May he
Yep.
rest in peace.
Yep.
Like
Zone B captured. 2 zones are yours.
I remember watching Flubber in hospital because it was like, I think it kind of released around the time of one of my operations that I had on my legs or hips or whatever.
Mm.
Zone
And
C lost.
because like hospital food sucks, luckily there was a McDonald's right nearby that my parents brought me. And then it was actually during a time in hospital, that's when I discovered the joy that is PlayStation. If it wasn't for the fact that there was a PlayStation on
Zone
the
C
children's
captured.
ward,
2 zones are
I
yours.
never would have got into gaming. I think
You
that
would-
Dad was really
you would have been a
annoyed that-
musician through and through.
honestly, playing Rayman, seeing all the colors and the music, and like, yeah, the PlayStation blew my mind. I needed that game.
Zone B
Like, I needed to
lost.
get my own
You
PlayStation.
captured
It didn't
Zone
happen
A.
until a few
Zone
years later.
advantage is yours.
But I needed to get my own PlayStation, and I needed that game. And then I think that it was other, you know, relatives and hello, some fuckword. I don't know how long we're gonna be live now. Like, we're just playing until I decide to start.
Zone
It could
C
be
lost.
hours, could be minutes. I have no idea. The way my streams always go is that I promise at least 2 hours, and then
Zone
we
B
play by
captured.
feel.
2 zones are yours.
As I said yesterday, the evening streams, it's more restricted. It's like I know it will be 3 hours long, and I stick to that generally. But I don't have anything else I need to do right now, and so I'll just keep playing until I need to go or feel like I need to stop. So get comfy. Howdy, howdy. Thank you for
Zone A
dropping in.
lost.
We're doing Iron Banana on Destiny 2.
5 minutes left.
If you're not a
Sound
Destiny
tactics so
player, it's
far.
not actually called Iron Banana, it's called Iron Banner, but it's got a running joke where people
And hence
genuinely
this,
call it Iron Banana.
hence this emblem with 4 bananas on it. I love that
I think
Bungie
it's also
finally...
to do with Lord Saladin's name sounding like you're
Zone C captured.
saying
Zone
salad.
advantage is yours. Zone B lost.
or salad bar or whatever.
I mean, listen, when I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, going through the castle, it wasn't Ramon Salazar I was fighting against, it was Ramen Salad Bar.
I do quite miss the back and forth banter that was only available in like the comms thing of
Oh,
the
right.
original.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
Zone C lost.
the comms thing
May be the last thing you
in the remake. It is still there, but the way it works is that your contact shows up in the middle of the screen, and then in terms of the talking back, Leon just talks, right? The character model just says its lines. And you are able, unlike the original, you are able to move around as that conversation's going on. But
Zone C captured.
it's interesting you say that, because I think where they got the inspiration for that is
Metal
straight
Gear
up
Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah. Yeah. And I honestly think that part of where Naughty Dog got their
Opponent claimed Zone
inspiration
A.
for The Last
3
of
minutes
Us
left.
is the original Resident Evil 4. Absolutely, because even with the original game, if you look at the
Opponent claimed
UI,
Zone
like
B.
of the health bar and stuff like that,
I'm very excited and very eager to play The Last of Us 2 and
oh, dude.
remake.
Yeah. You absolutely, because you know, yeah, you don't worry about playing the PS4 version, just go straight to the PS5 version, because it is a better version.
From what you've told me,
Yeah.
they look essentially identical, they play identical.
They
There's
do.
nothing
See,
really-
that's the thing. Like, I was a little disappointed that there wasn't more visual differences. But
the advantage.
it's not
Press
that there are
on.
none.
Zone B
It's
captured.
just that they are so subtle because the original game was already so good.
Mm.
And I think it's just a case of with the time and the budget that got allocated to that remaster, because that's what it is. Like, yeah, that's just what Naughty Dog could do, especially when you consider they were also working on other games and projects. So, but I will say this,
Zone
the
B
no
lost.
return roguelite mode,
You captured Zone A.
fantastic.
Zone advantage is
I
yours.
love it. And I genuinely think it is a fantastic way for, like, you know, I would consider like The Last of Us, it's less of a game and more of an experience. But if you just want to play some Last of Us like it's legitimately a game,
1 minute
then No
remains.
Return is designed to scratch that itch. It
Zone
kind of
A
removes
lost.
the plot, and
Zone
it
B
lets you
captured. You
choose
have the
between
advantage.
a
Press
handful of randomized combat encounters, and it's like, see if you can survive it. See if you can make it to the boss and then beat the boss. Go. You know,
Your opponents have nearly won.
you
Show them won't go
you
quietly.
start with basic gear. You have to upgrade as you go. You lose those
30
upgrades once your
seconds.
run is finished, regardless of whether you're victorious or not. And yeah, so you're literally just playing The Last of Us for the fun of Last of Us, right? But all of the tension that you get from a typical combat encounter, it's all there, right?
10 seconds.
And to be honest, watching my streams of it, Alpha, as I know you did, it was a
Zone B
tiny,
lost.
tiny spoiler for you, because you were even seeing infected that don't show up until like certain stages
But
of the
you'll be
second
back.
game, plot-wise. And you were like, what the F is that? I'm like, oh, say hi to the Shambler.
Banner remembers every
I don't even
outcome.
remember
This
them,
will be
so...
no
Good,
exception.
okay. Yeah,
Like, you saying Shambler... Meow.
that's good then. That's I'm glad. I'm glad you've forgotten in a way because it gets to surprise you all over again. The original Last of Us is a game where I wish I could forget everything I knew about it and experience it for the first time again. Because that first playthrough of that first game hit so hard, like to the point where like I went in. If anybody asked me like what was my favorite story in a video game, I would say The Last of Us 1, and I did not change my answer right until The Last of Us Part 2 came out. However, and this is a big however, I feel like Part 2 is as good as it is because of everything that you know that came before it in Part 1. While you can play the second game before the first, if you have never played the first, I would highly recommend and encourage people, please play the first one first, especially the PS5 one, because they've even like I know it sounds weird for a game that originally came out in 2013, but like, yeah, they've actually modernized the gameplay in The Last of Us Part 1 on PS5 to play a lot more like The Last of Us Part 2. So in terms of the gunplay and the crafting system and the way that like modifying the guns was upgraded, like, you know, in terms of the animations of it all and the way that the guns feel, like it basically is like playing the original game inside of the second game's game engine, and it really does elevate the experience quite a lot. And so, but it also means that for new players, it means that going from the first game to the second game won't be as jarring at all. Glad you're enjoying like Skull and Bones still, by the way, some Farquhar. We're going to be playing that again on Saturday morning. Again, 11 a.m. BST, that is British summertime. If you want to ever compare my time zones to yours, you want to be looking at BST.
Waiting for a couple of 24-hour quests to respawn.
Yeah. By the
Also,
way,
correction? No. You said British
Iron
summertime. No,
Banner.
never mind. Ignore me.
no, don't worry, I'm on top of it.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I look so tired?
we
BST, everybody, BST.
We exited Greenwich Mean Time on the 31st.
Did you just say Greenwich? It's Greenwich.
Yeah, well, I'm not one for British slang,
Delay
and
no
I say
longer.
my word.
Glory is yours today.
Greenwich. It's a place, man. It's like, it's weird, right? That they have a clock there that like people trust even more than Big Ben. Like, what?
Opponent claims Zone C. Zone A captured.
Like, what if that clock was to malfunction, huh?
I don't think anybody would really be like, oh no, yeah, I trust Big Ben time. Like,
I think Big Ben is just only so untrusted because of its age, right? But then again, the clock in Greenwich must also be old, right? By now.
I have no
Does
idea.
anybody want to look up the whole Greenwich Mean Time
Zone
thing
B
for me?
lost.
And like paste some factoids in the chat? I'd appreciate that. Of course, you shouldn't believe everything you read in the internet, but I'm pretty sure like
Zone
that
B
there is
captured.
actually
The,
like...
the only time
advantage.
you
Press
shouldn't
on.
believe everything you read on the internet is if it's posted onto Wikipedia. Then and only then do you
Oh my god!
should
Look,
you
look,
distrust.
we're like 1 and 2. That's cool. Alpha, do you think I'm going to be able to get to an Iron Lord this season?
Possibly.
I really want to, man. Just to remind me, you know, with the Gilded,
Yeah.
will it just be the words Iron Lord in gold, or will it have a number?
It will be gold.
Right, with no number, yeah?
It might have a number. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. I kind of don't want a
I
number.
can't even remember, honestly. Picking all
mean,
the
just-
sausage that decide to spit out of my mouth.
Give us your best Soap McTavish
Captured Zone
line.
C. Everything
Go
is
and
yours.
bill your
Relish
head.
this time.
Thank you, yay! I love that line. English McTavish.
Sorry, sir. Let me translate. Go fuck yourself.
Better. The rain line was also really funny.
Let the
Fishing it
wolves
down.
rest. The hunt is over.
Oh wait, no, that's where he says English McTavish, right? And then he's like, "It's
Raining
claims
fucking
zone
hard.
hard, yeah,
Then say so.
Opponent claimed
I
Zone
did.
B.
yeah." It was kind of a bit like crazy, like how much banter there was in Modern Warfare 3's campaign as well. Like they were like, "Hey, snowmobile or like snowboarding or skiing," and like you're on like a mission critical mission. Like surely this is like endangering your lives. This like little banter potentially, if anyone like listening in.
Well, I mean,
mind
when
on the
you're in the
mission.
middle of
Zone A lost. The
downtime
wolf's
with
howl
a
may be the
mission,
last thing you hear.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
like you're not really doing much, like it's just
Yeah.
walking, then you can kind of get away with it, I suppose.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, from a gameplay standpoint, because we are talking about a video game here, they just wanted to make, like, moving through the level that little bit more interesting, right?
Let the wolves rest. The hunt is over.
I did love that level, though.
You captured Zone C.
Milena has a nice little island.
Opponent
Can't
claimed
believe her
Zone A.
husband conveniently fell on a knife
Opponent
8
claimed Zone
times.
B.
Oh, I thought it was 9, but yeah. How unfortunate.
Like, that
5
whole
minutes remain.
line.
Opponent pulled
If you've
ahead.
ever played Detroit Become Human, you know the dumbass line of Connor just slamming down on the desk and shouting 28 stab wounds.
Yeah. Also, Brian Deckard, the guy that plays as Connor, like, him and his wife, oh man. I love the Deckard Games Twitch channel. And you know what? I think that the Deckards, that obviously host it, that is a beautiful couple right there. So shout outs to Deckard Games. They were both in, not only were they both in Detroit Become
Zone B
Human,
captured. Zone
they were both in
advantage is
Cyberpunk
yours.
2077 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, so Brian's a vending machine, and forgive me, I'm blanking on Brian's wife's name. It's not Emily, is it? I would rather not guess, and you know, I don't want to be wrong, but I do apologize. I'm trying to remember who Mrs. Deckard plays as. Oh man. Ah. I know that in Detroit Become Human, she was one of the androids that worked in the club.
Mm.
And again, she did a phenomenal performance. But oh man,
3 minutes
Cyberpunk.
left.
Trying to remember, and I just can't.
Zone C lost.
We'll
But
probably
yeah.
find her eventually.
Yeah, IMDb knows the answer.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
But yeah, I love those two very
Zone
much.
B lost.
And you know what? Like, Detroit did so much good. I mean, I know Brian Deckard would have been in other things prior, but like, I feel like that game launched him into the stratosphere, right?
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
I'm currently distracted and contemplating what the hell one of the opposing players is doing.
Well, whatever they're doing, it's
Like
winning them the
every
game.
time I get in a gunfight with them, they're just spamming their crouch.
Every time I get
I
in a
don't aim
gunfight,
for the head, you
they
know.
crouch a lot on me.
Like I aim
Every
for like
time they're in my
the middle of the
sights,
body.
they
so
just
they kind of
crouch
just
a lot on me.
There's the double kill, dumbass.
One minute
There's
remains.
just so
Zone B
much
captured.
wonder
Zone advantage is
on why
yours.
they go from standing upright to crouch under.
Zone C.
Every
I know it's a
time
whole.
Fires are lit.
I'm in
I
a
know it's
gunfight.
something
If they win,
pro
it won't be
players
because you let them.
like
Keep
to
fighting.
do sometimes, but it's like, why?
Yeah. Did everybody enjoy my parody of Simply Red there? About this Destiny player just now? I hope so.
The hunt has ended.
Ten seconds.
I came up with it on the spot. You're welcome.
They got the better
That
of you.
player inspired me, man. Oh.
There is nobility in defeat. Come back stronger.
Oh, you know what, man? Every game has got a battle pass, and I feel mentally like kind of just fatigued. Like you
Checked out.
cannot complete them all. Like there are too many games I enjoy and want to play, but because they've all got this mechanic, like you get to a point where like you know you're gonna miss out on stuff in games. You just are.
Yeah.
And it really sucks. Like this is all stuff. Oh, okay, let's Palette overflow.
You
Oh,
don't
which means it
say,
would be
Jim.
overflowing. It would be overflowing for you too. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'm really sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's alright. I mean, granted, I've been overflowing for like the past 2 games.
I'm sorry.
But I didn't want to say anything because I knew you weren't yet.
You're too nice, man. It's stop that.
What?
It's fine. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, man, and thank you for joining me because, like, honestly,
I'm
It's a-
not a host.
it's a pleasure, it's a joy, and a pleasure and a privilege to have you here. Thank you so much. It genuinely, and I'm not just saying this, genuinely means a lot to me, man. Oh, let's just guess. Okay. You know what? When you infuse stuff, I don't want the option to infuse lower. Like, is infusing lower ever useful? Because if not, they should just hide.
It's not possible whatsoever.
Oh, okay. So I don't even have to worry that it shows up. Okay.
Yeah, it just says this is too low to infuse. Don't
Okay.
bother.
Okay. I should have figured that, really. I don't know. My brain. My brain!
Yep, there we go.
Oh, do I really want to dismantle in memory of Kate, though? I guess I can get it back, right? I can get it back. The memory of Kate Warlock Bond.
Yeah, you can always get it back.
I just, like, I read it and I'm like...
You know,
But then again, he's
before
fine,
I
right?
before I started playing end game content like dungeons and stuff,
Yeah.
my primary cloak was always Memory of Cade.
Yeah.
Granted, I have an ornament slapped on it.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, man, that moment. Like, I mean, everybody's seen it now, right? Like, am I... Oh...
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, spoilers if you haven't ever played Forsaken.
Guardians are always welcome.
But plug your
Your
ears for
return
like
honors me,
10
Guardian.
seconds. Any last words?
How's your sister?
Oh, dude, like that's a line, man. All right, you're safe now. Just like
Hey,
of all the
if
things
you
to
wanted to be a
say,
shit, if you wanted to talk shit,
yeah,
that is one hell of a way to talk shit because you know damn well you
yeah.
about to get domed.
I feel like that would have hurt more than the bullet, in a way. Like, yeah.
God, yeah.
So good. So good. Alright.
Do 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 do.
Hey! Man,
I'm sorry.
I love playing video games with you,
To test
dude.
your
I
light
do.
is to test everything.
I love playing video games with you. Anyway, yeah, like so
that was
I
too
was thinking
worth it to
after
pass up.
stream I was thinking of sorting out a few things, right? Because I obviously do want that Tekken Fight pass. And then the other pass I want because it unlocks another faction is Blood Bowl 3s, right? And then obviously there's the £50 deluxe edition of like Sea of Thieves. I was thinking of sorting that all out soon via like one of them large Shop 2 vouchers. Shop 2 don't sponsor me, but yeah. Wait, requires 16 completed. Oh, I'm not overflowing. Wait, what am I overflowing? Am I overflowing on Shaq's rank?
Perhaps, yeah.
You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it.
Oh yeah, it's my Shaq's rank. Yeah, it's not my Iron Banana rank yet. And just to clarify, right? I'm okay
Hopefully, this is
to
as sturdy as you are.
I'm okay to
This was made for you.
like as long as I've got all of the rank rewards before, I'm fine to do the reset. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully,
Always
this
make
is as
sure
sturdy as
you
you
have
are.
grabbed your rank rewards before you collect the exotic.
I did. Yep. I diddly did in Prestige 3.
Be safe out there, Guardian.
You know, I kind of miss her really obnoxious line that she used to say every time
Dude, I got the vector.
you
There it
leveled
is. Oh, the vector's there. We actually kept it. Yay. And actually these yeah, these Guardian game things, we're gonna vault them. Voltimore. Oh wait, no, I kind of dismantled, like, I did the store thing. So where are they? Just to remind me. Where are they? When you
Okay,
hold
so-
square on store.
Hi there.
It's dumb, okay?
Right.
It's like, yeah, you're just... It says store,
Yeah.
so you should be storing them,
Oh no.
right?
Right.
Let's see what we've got for each other.
No, you're dismantling you're dismantling emblems, but don't fret, because they're already in collections. The second you unlock the emblem, is permanently there in collections.
Oh, you know, I'm like Robert Downey Jr. right now. With the hold on, he's got his hand on his chest. He's like looking up. Yeah. Yeah.
Dumb though. It is so dumb.
That's so dumb.
Like, yeah, it says store, so clearly you're storing the emblem. No, you are genuinely dismantling the emblem.
But it's already stored automatically. Like, yeah.
Yes. It's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh. There's one. Those held the Diamond
Our
Echo.
missions are important.
Yeah, there we
but
go.
So are the old
Yeah, no, I'm
traditions.
16 out of 17, so I'm gonna have to reset again soon. Like, I'll have to come back.
Bonds can break, Guardian, even ones between Iron Lords.
Are
Light
you
does not.
ready?
I am, yes.
All right. We are at 72 out of 100 wins. God damn. I feel like this is the one, man. I feel like this is the one.
Hmm.
The Iron
Wait,
Banner
legacy
is a
titles
celebration of
are
survival,
unbroken,
of the
so I cannot
collapse,
get
of the
unbroken at
Dark
all, no
Age.
matter what.
It is a remembrance of the Iron Lords who fought to protect humanity.
Unbroken, you had to play the original version of competitive.
Looks like there
I
was
prefer
Destiny
Iron
2.
Lord anyway, but yeah.
But they've now done away with it, so there is no getting Iron. There is no getting Unbroken.
That's okay.
It's kind of sad, but you know what? At the
See,
end
but
of the
the thing
day,
is, it's stuff like this. Like, I feel like it's kind of
You're
cool
facing your allies
to
at
like
your
be
best.
able to
Come
earn
prepared.
titles that are like sort of limited time and be like, where you can genuinely say, I was there. You know what I mean? Like for this
Yeah.
thing, like it's cool.
like I've had some dumb incidents with legacy titles because like the 2021 Moments of Triumph
If Savathun
title,
can be saved by the light, and a guardian
You
can
know,
wield the dark,
that
we are
one,
in uncharted waters.
been and gone, you shouldn't be able to get it again, right? Last year, while I was raiding with friends, I did a raid for the first time that I'd ever done.
The Iron Banner is a
Right.
celebration of
Yeah.
survival, of the collapse, of the Dark Age. It is a remembrance
got
of the Iron Lords
the
who fought
emblem.
to protect humanity.
Not the emblem. I got the title
Okay.
when I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
I completed the Deepstone Crypt for the first time, which is Beyond Light's raid. I'd done that for the first time, and immediately after completing that raid, it was like, "Hey, congratulations!
Oh
you have
wait, I have to be.
unlocked
I
the
have to
Moments
be.
of Triumph
I have to
title."
be. I have to be rank 6 before titles are unlocked. So I'm
But you
veteran.
already are
Iron
rank
Banner
6.
awaits. Find opponents. Test your
I am.
might.
No, I'm rank 5. Oh wait,
Ooh.
no, hang on a minute. Why
It
is
says
5?
you're rank 6
It does, but the 5
in
is
your Guardian rank.
Yes, but
You are currently rank 5 because that's where it sets you after each season.
oh,
Because
So-
you are already a veteran Destiny 2 player.
but here's the thing though. I still have to before I can get to 7. I've still got to do the
The Cabal
14
recognize might,
challenges that
yes.
would unlock
Their
veteran
philosophy
normally.
is not so simple.
Yes.
Is what it's right. So I'm at 6 by default, but not because I've earned it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the two you would need to... The ones you would need to do are seasonal artifact ones.
Okay. Oh,
The
people
current
don't even
season.
get the fire team finder until they're
Your
ooh.
performance in the Crucible is impressive. but it would be better
Ooh,
with
that's
greater
probably
light.
pretty good though,
No,
because by
don't
the
tell
time
me.
you
The
get
response is always, "I
to
did this thing.
adventurer,
This is
you
as far as I
understand
can
enough
go."
of the
Do you
game
think we said that at 6 fronts?
where you're gonna probably use that feature properly. That's, you know what? Okay. I have never seen what things you kind of unlock from rank 7 and 11, and I can't even preview it. So
Yeah. Well, actually, you can. Believe it or not.
oh, can
What you do is you click on the little area, the little box, or the circles that
If
you already
Savathun
have
can be
unlocked,
saved by the
and
light,
then you
and a
can
guardian
select
wield the dark,
each one specifically.
we are in
Though granted,
uncharted waters.
they are still a little grayed out, but there are a few where you can immediately tell what is for there.
Hold on. So where am I going?
What you do is you can either hit the box where it says your rank, or you can hit one of the colored in circles. And from there you can see which ones
Oh, yeah,
you've got to do.
yeah. It's still not saying the reward.
Yeah, again, you can click on them, and while they may be covered in question marks and not yet earned, you can kind of deduce what you have to do to get them.
Oh, right, but yeah, no, what I was wanting to see was the rewards for completion. Yeah, they're hiding that. So, yeah. So, for example,
I don't really. I don't
2
think
ghost
they even.
mods unlocked, 3 triumphs unlocked, 4 additional fragments unlocked,
Okay,
5.
I have to hit rank 8 Justicia.
What did you get for rank 7? What was your rewards?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I think you get something from the tree, but if not, then yeah, it's
Then it's literally just
a little,
bragging rights. Right.
yeah, basically.
Okay. So you're essentially feature complete when you're at rank 6.
Pretty
right?
much.
Iron
Okay.
Banner.
Once you hit rank 6, you've permanently unlocked titles. You don't lose access to them. You just
Right.
have them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, like Twitch have rolled out a new feature where like there's kind of an additional thing with the channel goals thing where like a streamer can basically make a goal of like help me get on the plus program, you know, for a higher revenue split. And while I could
Your
do
metal
that,
will be tested,
Oh.
Guardians.
the
Begin.
thing is, I think I would need over 100 subs or something like
Capture
that.
Zone
Maybe
A.
it might even be
Opponent claims
150.
Zone C.
And the thing is, gift subs don't count.
Right.
And it would need to stay that way for like 3 months, and then basically I'm on the plus program for a year, and then it has to be earned again and again in order to have that higher than 50-50 revenue split.
Yeah.
I just can't see like
Zone
100
B
people
captured. You have the advantage. Press on.
subscribing to me for 3 months in a row at a non-gift sub when I
Zone
have
A
6
lost.
viewers tuning in. Like, basically it was like cool that they've added the feature, and there's obviously streamers that that have got these
Your opponent
goals like
pulled ahead.
visible on their stream and everything. But I really feel
Their
like
end approaches.
the bar is so high that really you need an established community before you can do this. So I
Yeah.
do have a sub goal. It's actually
Zone
just
C
50
captured.
subs,
Zone
which is
advantage
nowhere enough for the
yours.
plus program. And I've been halfway to reaching it before, but then my subs typically go down. I don't even expect what I have. Thank you for everything you guys give
Zone
me.
B lost.
But I'm just like, yeah, I never imagined me being on the plus program, like ever. And that's fine, by the way. But I'm just like, wow, they are literally building in features
Zone A captured.
to,
Zone
to sort of be like, hey,
yours.
viewers, come on, help me get to the plus program. And I'm like, you're asking a lot of your
Zone
viewership.
A lost.
I personally think like that is a lot, right? And especially when the prices in the UK for subs have gone up as well
Mm.
by £1. So yeah,
Zone
you're
B
probably
captured.
never
2
gonna
zones are
see.
yours.
And I, you know, maybe in a few years I might end up being a hypocrite and put it on the channel, but it doesn't seem like a realistic thing right now.
Zone
It
C
feels like a
lost.
far too lofty goal to even consider. I gotta earn it. I gotta really earn it. You know?
Well, there's no harm in dreaming big.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I just can't imagine it getting that much. You know, I obviously, I watch other streamers that, yeah, they do have hundreds of subs, and I'm like, and they do deserve it. Like, they worked hard to get where they are.
You have the advantage.
But I
Press
just
on.
can't imagine. I can't imagine being in that position. I
Zone
just
B
can't
lost.
imagine it. That's all I'm saying. I just can't imagine. It would shock me. Really would. At the end of the day, I'm just playing games like I've always done, but I'm doing it in a public domain where I'm able to just hang out with you all and chat. Do I think that's worth,
You captured zone B.
you know,
Zone advantage is
$4.99 a
yours.
month? Personally, no. But I get if you don't like ads every 40 minutes, then just thank you so much for all your support.
Zone B lost.
Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted.
You captured zone C. You have the advantage. Press on.
So to everybody that subs to me or ever cheers on the channel, thank you so much. Because it really means the world.
Zone A lost.
I'm here so often, like live so often, because I genuinely enjoy being live.
You captured zone
And
B.
having you
You
guys
have the
chat to, that's
advantage.
it.
Press
It's
on.
not because of the potential for monetary gain or anything like that.
Zone C lost. 5 minutes remain. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone B lost.
But I tell you what though, as a streamer, I will be interested to see how effective these new Twitch features end up being. Like, I wonder how many streamers actually get into Plus from a month-by-month
Zone
basis,
C captured.
and
Zone
sort of see
advantage
if
is
Twitch
yours.
as a platform begins to grow, where like the Twitch viewership, like it'd be interesting to see if they're subbing and sharing more. Like just overall, I don't mean like on a specific channel, like
That shut them down. Zone C
I guess what
lost.
I'm wondering is like how much of a psychological impact is these goals on the screen going to have on the viewership, yeah? Like I'll give you an example, I'll show it on the screen briefly. Like I do have a sub and follow goal visible on one scene of my overlay. I've just swapped to it. It's showing followers now. I do genuinely wonder, like, oh, you know, when somebody sees, oh, the follower bar is like really close to full. You know, I guess I'll hit the button. Nah, I want to earn your follow. I want to earn your follow by entertaining you. If you really like the vibe here, then, you know, consider a follow. But please only follow or sub when you want to. If somebody was to gift a sub right now, that bar would change to the sub goal, which, as I said, it's currently set to 50. I see no reason to set it higher than that. Not even the plus program.
3 minutes left.
Even though a higher revenue split would be nice, I just feel like that you have to have so many more subscribers before Twitch even give that to you, that like it's too much to ask of my community. It is. It's just too much. Certainly way more than I'd ever be used to getting in a 30-day period.
Zone
But
C
yeah.
captured. Everything is yours. Relish this time.
Let's put that back on full screen. I only use that overlay scene, by the way, if I'm playing something like Skull and Bones on a Saturday where, unfortunately, there's just game UI in every corner that, like, you guys might need to see, but hey, that's why I shrink the screen down and let you guys see it. You ain't missing anything in the bottom right where I'm
The
sat,
flames have
so.
gone cold.
I'm capturing Atrium.
Opponent claimed Zone C.
Right. Did you just make a
Captured
call
Zone A.
out?
Zone
Yeah.
B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Dude,
What, more of that? Less of that? Like, you know.
that is the most alien thing I've heard come out of your mouth.
I do tactics sometimes, man. I get it. I need to do more.
I am not at all used to you giving out
All right.
call out.
Listen,
What
listen.
the hell?
We'd probably get more wins if I did it more often. I'll do it more often.
Zone C captured.
All right,
Zone
strap
advantage is
yourself in,
yours.
buddy. I'll
1
try and
minute
play
remains.
tactical.
Like, I mean, it could be worse. You could be throwing the
Zone B lost.
Fortnite call outs of like, he's one shot.
They've almost taken this one. Make
Or
them
he's
earn
over
it.
there, he's up there.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna do callouts, you gotta be specific. It's like with Call of Duty and Battlefield, I like to give the and I know I don't do it
30
often in that either,
seconds.
but if I was to, I like giving you the compass info. Like where I am on the map and which way I'm facing. Because we are all facing different ways
Kind
on
of
the
why
map. Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of why games like World of Tanks and World of Warships kind of do
Zone B captured.
Yeah.
well
You have the advantage. Press on.
in some way. It's like
They got the better
you
of
have
you.
compass direction
Mhm.
and map grid.
Yeah. It's very
With this
useful.
loss, you will grow.
I
into
just saw
something
someone quit
stronger.
right in front of me. Why?
Why?
But why? Why?
I have to be mindful of the time because, of course, I'm going to be live later with Final Fantasy 14.
It is currently 3 p.m.
Woo. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. Like, we're actually going to wrap up now if that's all right because, yeah, I've just had a message from Rainbow live with more Ghost of Tsushima. Let's raid into that and just chill. So yeah, if you don't mind, I am going to do that and then do a bit of modding over there. But yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. So yeah, I literally checked my phone. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I was thinking of wrapping up soon. Like, now's as good a time as any. Listen, I'll be back at 7 p.m. with Final Fantasy 14 online. I am going to be doing the Final Fantasy 16 crossover event. Plus, Don De Gamer will likely be joining me. I'll do a little bit of main scenario quest just to do the what's called the trial to help me progress the main story a little bit. And then after that trial is done, I believe I'll be able to play more of the story solo via the, what do they call it? The duty support system, where you can have AI companions run you through dungeons. If your friends aren't online and stuff, I think it's a really good feature. It's a shame that it's not part of Trials as well, but maybe that will get added with Dawn Trail or a future expansion. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you in 4 hours time. And yeah, we'll be doing Final Fantasy 14 online. A very special thank you and shout out to my nephew Freelancer Alpha for joining me on Destiny 2 Iron Banana today. We're going to be doing the same thing at 11 a.m. BST tomorrow. Nephew, have a shout out on the channel proper. And Cassiopeia, if you are indeed free tomorrow, I would love to have you with us as well. Again, it doesn't matter if you have to come and go. But yeah, follow Cassiopeia Games as well. Yeah, thank you, nephew. Thank you so much, man.
Absolute pleasure.
Cool. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Bye-bye.